Kano Abano, brand, the Kano Abano. Bread, you watching a kunyao, Ishiraka neat at Yefunina, Uzioma ADAKABRI, or Ribo, baby, the Kano Abano. Yes, or quite careless you, and a sure carol quine, penny in wire, Yabo quite but to a sure, Uzioma ADAKABRI FRIMPONG MANSO, watching a kunya, baby.
Ya mama ho na ya mama tenase ye free neat 100.9 FM so ene se ye ba mo na so na ene eye ya wada sanabu sme ne de tosu edu afi empinu aduonu emiensa na mame se abodonko apa ho meet edu enum ekodu nsiampo ne ye tenase a mementi dwumadie ena ye de bremo na dwumadie anka ye nyina ye wa arehemu se Oba panyine biamsi 1 and anka watna se eso abano wo fa na so eno so ofa suku ya so maminya akuri a wo siti nchina me nkuri meko na ye di ahyehye so eman so hwe no se ofa wan ta machi a enkwala nketu bi betwa me amia ga se oba bere wa mantimi antwa bi na so bua wo bedi nkwada no so fe so atara eti eya me ni wo fa ase ma jere no sajiman ene te ye tena wo di ama biamsi 1 Mami biama akwafo na yetena asenso so dia na ensemo ho no no yetimi ahwe ne ye aka enti majere osajiman no fa ase prekope 2022 talk show host of the year and a temporary host of a year Ghana muntie and a pelten nka say we dey ehhehye so na panyini kwadwo dame ado na production is sending sa ai oba panyini kwe free ye and also service mrante kwa ne mienu da nyina na fe no technical production so de abra frema bankro ena wono ehye nsa na ya asafo so ebo ne chidom ansa ena yakọ eye engineering group for no na engineering group no achu agbo worker but yakọ na najare na nabuaje ada sankroma so yesa de mrane se sempro na space facilities for no yaba behwe eye wo so no big solo ena dada ena yaw ai Godfrey ye friend you brana na fe no sami na fe no mapuna ena eye DJ Bosco na mails nso ya sadmrane se tetai no so ede aba ensem no ede so majale
wafa wafa ni
ai chicha kakra chicha kakra
okay
na ne du ba bia wasem no ya na wanya and some be ekoso my we say mo na unse speculation etimi ma yesika essay so speculation na ye de ani abu enti so obekai a speculation and ma yesika dollar no na eko na jeza ahopopo kakraba na nkrofo per dollar bi na jeza free so di kosie wanhwe yi asembeba sa speculation no aso no sa breya ye womi say ya nhwe yi a speculation so betimi akofo ha dia ba nse nura na me ne same jamfi ka sama me kan say obi nim de wo aye security services especially junior ranks wo so o ma dwene mu enti yete o man we say mu enche bia ene ye bete say eye a minister of state and I say a serving minister you see eye nkwada wo ne o motie between June and October 2022 o ma kwa kofa ne sika totaling $1 million ama eye 300,000 euros and eye Ghanaian cedis eso ade yakọ na ensem no ewo ho enko bia ene ba said eye special prosecutor ono waye de benia watimi akọchire eye minister no wa resign the position yakọ ni fie na yakọ ni fie no akọwie se yakọfa sikatam akọfa sikatam ewo ni fie sikatam na yakọ faye no and a reputable media agency and no be can say sikatam say and your coffee free in fie who say OSP ni buy e be catch say oh bibia sa and your den
and almost about 5 hours go kan
e kan ye no OSP ni ka say bibia sa anyhow sabri we say enra and another reputable online portal ono so edi buy ono so edi buy no and wo ba be ka say Cecilia Bradapa OSP no almost court documents a chere say your freezing accounts. Na accounts na your freezing no. Millions of dollars ewa accounts num and the millions of Ghanaian cedis eso ewa accounts num say na online portal no den what try the buy afedie bebia ko gaga daily guide and escofiadu or try no and ne or no why a bit smarter waka your freezing accounts one can say ya hunu say millions of dollars wom and the hawk akra no aye subtle no way you dey free ho na ho and the day asemi ebe a fiti and online portal the cancer asemono afe na water down ba say and na way and na OSP administratively wo freezing accounts no and then na kwama court etimi confirm let us say an intended action be and na ya construe ni say ya can say ye na mon hye so say make say wonim junior ranks de yakọ eso o madwene mu and na konhomabo ayedin papa o ma we mu and then you are mentioning say yawo millions of dollars e wan accounts millions of Ghanaian cedis e wan accounts e dia ne yeka do we have any evidence say millions of dollars be Ghanaian accounts held by the minister na OSP no so international he has a responsibility so obeka kire Ghana for say waje maame accounts ana na waje ye no say na wo mu ana because mu ye di na manka na obi shebabi mischief no akakọ aji nkense na ebua ebebua boye nyina enti osamutimi kan sikadodo a mu free say e wo maame accounts because some metia say no I am working with a figure say I am a serving minister no over $80,000 I want accounts I am working with a figure say over 185,000 cedis and I want accounts and he say I no correct OSP do you know say over 185,000 cedis I want accounts do you know say over $80,000 and I want accounts it is a sanity idea as ye minister no but banding about say millions I want accounts millions of dollars no na enipa any break ono kura wa hwe yen ma man protection obi di ababe kakọ boma ministry and so be kom no na bia entisa a dia na speculation betimi ayen ye hwe yie ehia ma say embna ayi adwuma wo ma we say mu ba ya hwe yie na ye speculate ake kan sama kase a ebe gi ensem enti ebe rubra bia makoba say millions of dollars bia any accounts mu bi and a special prosecutor wa hold a na be ye ne den no party me busaw
wafa ma men kan your friend is a special prosecutor on one page the other babeto I think and only able to me heavily rely upon so okay we no ye 24th July me pe one more
see no
and yes in me ba
he said
because I'm trying say yeah say you bet me anya special prosecutor no
say ampa wa free accounts be a millions of dollars
because they say
because what say experienced lawyer Martin Pebu na you read this online portal na say no actually Martin Pebu very excited now no ubebusa say when hunu document be actually say millions of dollars be account to be mu ana but now I'm such an experienced lawyer no akoto mu bi no we reacting to the portal the portal has a responsibility say hunu be millions of dollars we account to be mu and that's okay because we can you know
so it means says base OSP a freeze account na and to say obeboy amane mpo sika e wa account no
and yes an American
okay
yasha semna say it was an emphatic news report say we're freezing accounts and the yes ano and they go say oh are the administrative matter na afen obeko court ama court a confirm the warrior no such that you bet me hold on to sika na e wa accounts no for a longer period. Enti adia betie no kwakoba say other major news items about radio so about a newspaper no now taking away some millions of dollars no na womu no enti me point ni say some millions of dollars na ye ka no e betimi a trigger unintended consequences bi e dia mo man bi
because e be nipa bi adwen say amanfo bi aso yi sika na bi ogugu o maka
swati Swat it down. And sa media, sa editor, no, he has a responsibility. So millions of dollars and millions of dollars and because it can have a bearing on national security.
Yeah.
Say it yes, bray. And no kwa akwada for million of fear and the same millions of dollars as a baby of grandma the 5 million grandma the assasso. So no, enti as ye tete wano. As a ye tete wano, enti sab figures no, and ye can say sabre no. I was said to protect national security, protect the sovereignty of the country. I was said, OSP no, it dispelly whether millions of dollars be account to be moved, and now millions of dollars in him because ye can no. Not just let me just me my own bank statement a year $80,000. My own bank statement $185,000 cedis. Into $80,000 no, and you say yeah millions of dollars na.
Okay.
Go fast the American
Tina say yeah can na say you cannot accurate.
Accurate
said yeah etie.
To
say yeah ye
because a bit me akofa unintended consequence be at their brain. Imagine say I feel same time na obi atiasim I most of them would sika and nipa bako ono nkwa ya fa $1 million for the fee $5 million and so dia ben ya kwa na account mu a afi no dia ye nyina so said ya mislead Martin Kwebu into supporting say as if say as a matter of fact we millions of dollars be asem but then ono dia run by the media report no it imagine say afi no be run by the media report no what yewu odi yewu wie no afi ni ye be hunu say na entisa e basa no a woman a pedal sa mischief no omaboa yen and omomu ayen
and the ban say enye papa
me say omo mani abrekura na your friends say ye ken no woni say enye opposition members and edechi abnadapa
asa
me sa na bebusa
ono an nkrofo
Wani adudi too close and the nipa bi yes sir.
Oh sir.
Study amusime mpekufu adu asem. Nana tie me. Nipa omu ankrofo na yes ade no. Na pushi me ye friends wada Roma. Chese hia ne be hia me. Na nka bi so mu ahia ka bi. Epia ya de betu manim ni sika na ka ho no mi so mu a enti mu ka asa mu ye mu am ho ano enti mu say ye president ne ka say ye party mu na mu an kasa mu downgrade me legacy mu downgrade my achievement the same way omunim say omo dichi ewura no omunim say omo dichi GBKBK fo no but at the end of the day no it may have a bearing on the sovereignty of the state it may strong OSP no omra me kan kire yin ni ehunu sika accounts dodo a eye oba no ohunu me dey
menenam OSP website but on to me update apart from July 24 you know the beto
I want beto why they can say because ya the 5 hours account sika and can say bibia san so now check that media house no report to you know I just say you have to believe it some media house ne can na ko ba say na nya no correct and that's the same thing exclusive millions of dollars found in Cecilia Dapa's account. Na sa portal no so no yaginidi. So no yagi portal ni di na bibia say media akokora de mahunu no ye $80,000.
One more the statement na be sure.
Me say de mahunu no statement no $80,000 and 185,000 cedis. It be na dollars no millions no baby dia. Yene obeka say yene intentem na mum nipa bi free say ye yama me no omu free say omu ho no omu yi omu ho but mo omu nkoka meka oman no because nipa bi ani abre papa ohia no no mamu aye de ne papa eno kobo ti kura sika ye age wo eno ukobo uti sika ye age wo amaba wa ne ka che to mani abre it won't be who say yes millions of dollars be the baby or money bebre papa
our mama no say
o say
o mama no say o mama no say
me say the code me catch me say ye ba beji isika di kobu yeti No, or can say a dobro no. Send a
Mama, me 226.
Yeah, Womutia. Womutia Yabon.
Oh, and run you
126.
126. Back and only a back.
Back and 126 cities.
126.
Now, we could we now that is a nipa back $5 million and then millions of dollars that account. Ubunfu. Ubunfu. We have a responsibility, say, Ubet me a country, and then delegate who say, why then? What turn it down? And the Scofield also OSP freezes at the past accounts. Statement I was so freezing accounts. No, statement OSP no was so freezing.
So court and sound.
Which I say, I was say as major newspaper.
Yeah.
They say Daily Guide, major portal. They say Ghana Web. You should be able to cite. Ghana Web will say court sources, and what can I want more? I say court sources. Enti mutiti wono mu a monhwe yi se no ma bia mo ye no mo kan say mo target obi monhwe no man target the state because nipa ni abre but that kitwa 5 years me the 126 ekoboniti a na de sen sabiaku ana wo de ato aduane ma na di na the school fees and na kase ya gigie no okofa ne hene enti say ye speculate on issues so that we can get more eyeballs at the assembly.
Okay.
OSP no has a responsibility. Amrame kanchire I was so to issue statement. Say administratively why the benia were freezing accounts based on a OSP act under section 1 2 say my freezing accounts and it is for administrative purposes in order to firm it up and hold on for a longer period I was saying me court na me court no so no it me efua so de mame into that say Meko court. Yeah. Ghana Web and I was saying next week. And then later in the evening, a turning up from the other portals say a yeneya wada. So what is what? It figures near Kikano, and your figures are Cassia. We need to move with facts. We need to move with facts. It means speculating. Now in the Macron, who says the Kikan can say me, CDS not sacked. Army chief. CDS not sacked. Army chief. Kasama the whole. CDS eyanim guase sempo say yabetwero say yensaki CDS eyanim guase sem ti yabeka say yensaki CDS it tells you say BBA koso it tells you say BBA koso enti yasamade ni in I speculate I can sensem say ebu abo yanyina o ebebu abo yanyina at me over say
yo over
ebu
but yes, a phone. What for the outcome very important. Unse some time ago now you discussing here say ye newspaper say obehwe one of the reportage bi ba betudwa one of the tudwa na enye nokre na enye accurate aka ho that should be years to come and obehwe na ye ma one more university one more ye thesis or try the thesis or any project work you know akwakofa that report no na or the akwakọ any project work that time no why dey gina ho no beka say there be say report we na buy na dey na nya accurate because newspapers in the kra no ana your online portals no say ba so ka asembi na say nye no kra the best thing is anka obe apologize and so be retract na watch say bia bibi say ya wo mo chro ye na nye no kra no obe hwere no mo de akwakọ hye ba bi kitwa bi. It's a bad sound. It's really disturbing. It's actually you're very careful. It's going to really disturb us. It's your idea say you're very careful. Watch a Daybreak newspaper. Daybreak, I can be say or caution you and say we should be very careful. If a honorable Cecilia Dapa and the no sense. It's a Daybreak a crowd article be oma indicates say yeah, my Miss Cecilia Dapa Ninsamano. Yeah, quite na in central phobinum first report no now it's not really helping them what said the discussions in it here because there's been series of further information be about betudwa no it is a yehwe the year na no so di adance the caution and now or the media speculation so for the how can it them it is a yetimi a report in seminary report in a year special prosecutor ye bia ne say boss no since anopa e na makọ nam special prosecutor website hwa ahwe say mehu statement bi indicate say ampa wo ma freeze account na but since anopa be pema wie makọ ho nyina no me who any latest information be edi adanse say ye media release omode aba beto ho am e kire say ye maame Cecilia Dapa wo freezing account no because ye wa ha na ye say oh special prosecutor invited JDM and I'm so this ke bia akoma we nso na nye nokre wo mba abonten say nye nokre nti since anopa me asem ne bebeto odwa na me so me call my website ona mahwe because wo nso ma assure en say bibia ne on ba update e wo my website wo ba do mu ntimi ye nti wo fa de aka ne de very important and make me we Daybreak newspaper na article no e wo ma na all caution media speculation em say Daybreak she wa all kire say won information ni bi ba nti na kwa na e fa so report no na enya accurate but sad ne de emwa society emwa society
because who share na wa ba hwe
very bad
CDS not sacked army chief na ka say CDS nso na ye omu nyina panyine o no army chief and a chassis be kase yen saki CDS and ye pedal sa figures we yo and ye kwako BCG the Bank of Ghana and if you no my kokoso na che sa kasa we 2014 the same thing GBKBK foi ye ko occupy Bank of Ghana Dr. Wampa must be sacked Dr. Wampa and this time 2014 and that's 7 years in Yenya there be 6 plus
2014
and yet 9 years in
9 years down the line
9 years down the line Dr. Wampa yeah and then I Dr. Addison and I politicians how am I with you politicians how am I with you that time no Dr. Wampa yenyi na di yenye say atworo ya and now say akwa sabedu ase na wo giga ka say no emrante na entimi emu akonhoma no emu odin o mrante na entimi mu akonhoma no emu odin o majere ya kai me next week say me nya chance na me mfa nko bema camp eduduru bema camp a edu be ko base workshop me do kwa hin
base workshop bema camp for base workshop
okay kohwe mfidia egu ho kohwe mfidia egu base workshop wono a won betimi aye bibia bio ene edru stage a military civilian relationship intino ene ye bia base workshop na ma wo majari wo betimi do ka ko ho am ya ama next week me de me ka ko am yes spray ama me e wo base workshop
soldier for na na
soldier for no na ye enti won say ye tu anamo bi say ye ni soldier for ne be ye baako say ne say base workshop say yetimi ye pensen yetimi ma civilians e do am ka ko ho ye be horo ama ye betimi spray ama ye betimi service ama e wo base workshop ho no mo a na ye ka bomu no ne ye tie say ne ye keka say yi a ha adwini o ye tie ne ye keka say ya ha adwini o enti we have a responsibility say yan report to facts na yan cut back on speculation me see me there abana de me hunu ye no $80,000 and I me hunu ye statement and I me hunu 185,000 cedis statement enie and amount it says me yakra and me phone na twa copy e de ato am de akamasem so hunu e so yes millions of dollars hey when you call them hwehwe saa nwumi fa mame ene Sopoku Junior hwehwe ne mame hwehwe ne Sopoku Junior mame na gisa o de dwodwo bo mame speculation de bedu akire o speculation na ma city no eduru ba bi eduru ye no speculation majale
baba speculations in there media speculations there yeah ebasa ye de sell man ye de sell atmosphere no
identity and a newspaper can say daily guide and Escofiedu OSP freezes Cecilia Dapa accounts. I didn't know OSP as yet opien to me fan statement in my
because
OSP oh ye bibi na obi preempt you when him say oh yes Cecilia Dapa me abna pa say mini na to abasako mu abna pa mini na to abasako mu eso media speculation no any figures aye bobo na wo share indigenous Ghanaians investment businessmen bia ye Ghana ha me srem mo mam koka me kan next week me de me kan ko base workshop a oba me akọ
so what can they say you
ko show
say you
na wan kase waba na waba ka bi na matimi ama aye CEO no wo mo mra bonte me kan kire Ghana for say say what the ubetimi akọ ama base workshop you betimi a service o car amount you betimi a service o boss amount you betimi a spray o car amount you betimi a spray o boss e chese e no mo mfidi o mo wow base workshop o ofin ni ade chese betimi a spray e ho chese no mo e no mo and na omo open up you say ekoba say civilian correct me the car call military base workshop
ya no omo nyina
na chese na ya no omo kabomba ni ya no omo kabomba ni nyina for the betterment of our mind no into me the speculation no
I say you careful
you're careful
but the esi ne de enti say bi nso si mom
enti se sia chese obi kwa betimi de adiabo abna pa tirimu because make say mo mpie basa obi betimi de adiabo de tirimu say oba we say wo wudi ni ene sika enti say na wo ho
no ane okay anyway we there
anyway there ade ne hu sika ye keka no ehu
majele sika ne de ye tete ne de sa na etie de ana
na se nya sa na etie so
se nya sa na etie de se na no so akwaku another thing
enti se koba se ye nya confirmation se sa na etie ye na sa porters ne ye yomoden
se OSP de ne kra na ye hwe because said ya ade ne kwakwa no kwakwa se OSP na ka so onya secure to me no betimi de ye your first schedule to an account so that's the number one and number two sika kura woman and so ye kika no and so ye nim so inti
because e bi nie and okay
we ade bia
ababa wa fe bi on Facebook live Dana Abuguri what's saying are you part of the jandam e bi nie o
jandam no bi ka bi kire ma no pa no jandam na de wa de
no bu sam se jandam de wa de ekobedu e ka kire ye fe ne sen ye katachie se katachie jandam journalism eno omo ye ene na aka mu na obehunu se the piano because obi akeke no akeke bi akire obi asema ye ka no dan na Abugiri kro no and the like minded no on ye can on tiase she just want to run with anything. It no aba na jandam ni no aba betie jandam ni. No ni kika mumia fast speculation dollars ade ye no. Mumia san fast speculation no and to us what na me dey say jandam na de mu jandam. Hey, Dina na kasa say Dina
me obi ka bi kire me but nipa nso ka no me
are you part of the jandam? What damn from twi na way wa hunu bi da wa hunu bi da hey ati 1966 me papa kwasi frimpong manso ya bebe fa no okumase na sa atam ye de no koye na me show na me this 3 years so no still no me kai say aba ye obegwa share me ma me oba panyini yakwa atema efie no obebe share ye na o share dem na oba panyini yakwa atema no aduane mani die hey hunu ku ni bi da ansana your friend saying a champion die me chese me simi do be ko base workshop kura no ura ye bema campa ube approach Nicholson Stadium na satam Nicholson Stadium na chese JJ Rollins shi wo ba 79 na North Canadian na mtie ni di akire Junior Jesus me ko Nicholson Stadium na fe de me di akire ko de se nam kwanto ne yeko ya afe de ya wie de ye Nicholson Stadium ma yira dem ntimi hunu kwa mafie hey twa ba bia North Canadian wo na hwe ba bia bema camp wo na be wura Nicholson Stadium
kabre no so nye se ni ya kuruma da hoyi
nye ye kuruma da hoyi wonnam aye papa friends two guys me sasari fie na chi wonnam me sasari fie na chi ene wa ba be fa kakramadu na be fa kakramadu ho na wa ba be fa ye pen sen the district na wo de aba be si eye me sesre bo ho no Morning Star na wo de aba be fa a police headquarters and most wo fa Straight Bash Road na be fa police headquarters no one antia be drew cycle na be fa venue ha say na wa fruit eye food distribution na go fa 0.4 na wo de akọ eye North Canadian last stop hey na chese and Junior Jesus in kwesi sen and there are certain gains I was here to me solidify there are certain gains I was here to me solidify my yentrase e man microphone chro e pen say no more so and obi dia ban gesho no usu he is part of it he should go back and listen to himself in the past any and what he can say yeah gesho usu we kon na chim say I feel we be akeke he is part of it mudia muntrase ne bua na mu behunu say de no esitie
so you are part of what?
I'm part of the jandam.
Okay.
na de ha wana
jandam nso de am afọ keka jandam ya jandam
ana me dofo na ka kire me over I listen to you every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so I'm one of your listeners. Don't be hungry at me. I'm not hungry at you at all. Don't be hungry at me. Hey Dana, no ba me neke we so no enti no me fa me renhye ene Sopoku Junior na fe memra na nsem of no memra me ka if you follow up now he go do one for you waiting again and again. Oh daddy, I go follow you till the end of my life. You now you are so set me. I go save you, Lord, I go praise the name, I go worship you, my Lord. It's 100.9 FM. Na from ADAKABRI Mahmudu Usiuma. In the more fast Jerry or say Ajimai. GBKBK fui. When you know woman go for by you. GBKBK for no. I'm not go find there. Oh, yeah, who penny about ya for penny and do pesami. Woman go find in the buy. Woman go find in the buy. GBKBK for Mechiamo papa. And I don't much as yet chill. Minim the at almost. And then they're Uchian called Jesu. And then Uchiano Jesu. Nah. Hey, first in the normal news. Okay, what do you do? You cry. And if you're daily guide anyone, if your stories no, or CDS not sacked, I'm a chief. OSP freezes Cecilia Dapa accounts. Nah, so yeah, now. Don't so can't say young IMF for no party. You didn't hear IMF. Ignore NDC Bank of Ghana propaganda, John Kuma. Wait, so I'm quite when he no be no. When he be no. Ignore NDC propaganda. Propaganda ben NDC. Oh no. Oh so now. Just one here. Who say kwa way? Say a propaganda. Obia just say there be that. Aswandene wo kwa kan wei no na begyina yankwa aya mefene enkwa aya mefechina wono na neka na de Japan ni abre ne so anu o ka say strategies excuse me no by ono a onu nti na kana de Japan ka asem say strategies my foot I have strategies excuse me who ignore NDC propaganda ani wonne ade wagba no akase magba no pachew and san kasa we mo ade be propaganda no mo ye ade propaganda no mo ye umu sabe onu ama hye wonantem aye din na mpo ba bi ntina na ho anu ignore NDC propaganda propradie mon kamanu ntum anabu a champion memo ha
mejeso mala
na what to say
na me adom na so
boni bi enim John Kuma, Deputy Minister for Finance, ignore NDC propaganda. What you saying?
I say Auditor General no person didn't nothing because a press conference extract from the Auditor General's report. Yamfobia come and you will be free. It is a year you repeat the Auditor General can not by extension. You say government and the deputies, no. I hear you, my bonnet, a mock home, a bango Ghana Baka, or my young Ghana for home. A million dear and a more so to watch his above Monsa, or more better expenditure, and Mary Rumulia, also Winnipeg. I will catch her, more negative. A year, equity of 5 billion. And see, I buy. Which is about 3 billion Ghana cedis. A Banangasa Ababu sent for 77 billion. Okatra will say, on to Jessica, and writing off 48.2 billion, which you've done without recourse to Parliament. Now, by now, or Demika went to Mentia, I will take off 48.2 billion. Who Sakabano was said or recapitalizing Bank of Ghana? Now, I didn't know who to the cash. Oh, you can't go into Anaka. I know Sika for recapitalization of Bank of Ghana. Meanwhile, it's part of IMF conditionalities. It is a year some way, no anyone was here, no more fell, some of 6.8 billion. Now, point to me as a federal cannot say propaganda they are. Auditor General, no, yes, man, one, all of this is not them. Ghana for unfairly the moment. Was me, John Kumaka 720 serious.
Hey,
so we are back here, parliament. Now, I'm immediately media review. I said it. Parliament will not go to today, tomorrow. So far as MPP remains in power, we never go to and I hear now, Minister Bayer, or see they turn the corner. Will be our turn the corner now. The growth half year, 4.5% of that GDP. The target is 2.8. Or sorry, revising at 1.5. Now, meaning what turn the corner, you want him now, what's your quarter? How not turn the corner, we ever got yourself for this. Will be our turn the corner, no, sir, actually, proof, no, sir, revising a downwards. And then inflation, some of the size are 10 corner, and inflation 42%. And then inflation is 43.1%. Corner don't 10 years. It's very shameful for people like this to remain in power and parading around corridors of power, claiming the ministers of state and whatever. It's a very disgraceful environment for more printing. And you know what it means? This is what negative equity now. Who could turn treasure bill? Investors will price too higher because of the risk involved. The one can say, "No, this is a now, but Jim Sika, treasure bill, no one to anything. Abanaka said before too. Now, when I have a bank of last resort, also, or so what they cut. It's a year where I say buy. Nobody says about going to make profit. And yet, deposit taking institution. But policies, you know, and I said one economy, so policies now are more starting 2017 when they start coming in, and inflation, they say they took it for 15%, and then I do 43.1%. SL rate now is 3.8. Many can say between 11.5 and 11.6. If you can do every moment too, depending on the market that you go. GDP now is debt to GDP ratio, and 57%. That's about 1.04. Many can say 2023 interest payment alone on projected 52 billion Ghana cedis. And now that resource in our year now, on program say half year, on which year 28 billion. Because I must suspend some payment into almost 15 billion, difference of 13 billion. Office and I must see the Medina Kakrama, where you're artificial and I send the window dresser now. At the moment, I'm starting to say, who share with interest and principal, the reality will dawn on you. The no can say, and yet even Cocoa Ball, almost about 7.9 billion. Almost a multi-mint here. Into a way that my debt restructure to 2028. These are the class of the matter. I be probably so humble to apologize. Maybe you call a home to at 918, section 37. They no come. Or see every year, what do you mark my draft and as a loan? More than 5% of previous year's revenue, total revenue. And now, also, okay, 8, 9, no corner. When there are issues, I say you will see the 5% or no. You report to the finance minister, and the finance minister will go to parliament to seek for approval and explain to them what necessitated for you to just go beyond the 5%. Report accounts in 2022, in 2023. Why now what taking steps? Set over parliament for ratification or to inform parliament about this. Now can't say propaganda. Or can't say we will deal with emergency situation. Come with Naka Sopo now. You can finance minister of my parliament. I'm a approval. And then I can wait the woman in my parliament for approval. It's a breach of the law. That's a nipple of questions. That's a nipple respect to Mamufona. Because we put in catch for Dumato. Quite saying, I asked or UK. What happened to him? No, Washington or then IMF program. He was a and because of decisions he took, I affected the economy of UK. But when your executives almost support all this work. Now, what 60.8 billion, which is about 6 billion Ghana cedis, or $6 billion. When I'm from Cranko, we know 33 billion. Now, who says it was 6 billion quantities who were $6 billion? Now, 3 billion within a day or economy. And see, media, I am very serious to criminal and say communal labor. Need to make address these issues. Not as example for we. On the Tomano, I mean, in a Ghanaian Kuma. And that chance will be a what's the coup? Where the democratic plan coup and no more yet. That will dissipate the resources of the nation.
See, wait, what do you can reference say Auditor General's report? And now can say, and no, when you been free more, and I'm with the cameras. Inti say Auditor General, ASR report, Namos Marie Equino. What are the course of action? I bit me dear dealing with, or we can say, sub breach of which the Auditor General has written about.
Say no political patronage, any unnecessary interest. In Attorney General, why ran all these people before the law court? Prosecution Article 88, last in the person of the Attorney General, on a political opponent in the YBJ, HSO more court, and then a call for no movie or Mexica, any here. She said, apartment by shall I opinion police is unquiet further investigation. That is a police to find your budget. It's a Attorney General. And so we can't tell ourselves a year of parliament, not a year. In dealing with them, we only have people will never support this because of their political interest. And only some of us will change by one vote. They got the cost of taking decision, or when you're not in trouble, you can achieve everything. Into a popular action. And a saying in a Parliament look at all your Inkusiaga. It is said, the popular action to come near to what everyone wanted to achieve. And look at the basic parliamentary system.
The parliamentary system now more useful. It includes besieging the Bank of Ghana also.
On the first step, after Papa Nelson resign, we have more options on the table. We will start deploying them one after the other. First, it is all procusi economy. Who declared to Tianebo? We are still so Pia, not to come on a kick at the suicide. Not the Wijan, so bet much up one of my son.
And this is a more Bank of Ghana governor and any deputy Kumo.
Yes, a sort of peer football to Kruno. You come. You come with the necessary Kuyukun, who say far from that. Democracy in Nigeria too. Into a popular action, demonstration, and need a picketing, no, maybe a bit more. Now, can also the whole week, when you have to get a order, will be people costly. That's what an hour can now be and cool. Because the fact of the matter is, government not respect the parliament. None of them are forced na. I'm about parliament. In some of the cases, come on. Okay, it's only independent. Now, the idea no, you review different laws. The way I feel say independent is absolute. Obia, or reporting the not parliament, and also make my finance minister. Not finance minister, I live reporting. We independent, they don't know report to my finance minister. By a constitution, we have problems with the constitution. Some of the clauses. Are you then a governor, no? Or such chair, Bank of Ghana board, or taking decision, sorry, allowances, the opposite in the finance minister, at the board, and so on this one, a rep. Any of the deputies, also. Now, finance minister, the general consequence is printed to come on. Who printed money here? Not a command I could find the neighbor, me, or moon fire the person of the year. Or moon, it is Kafabu. Kafabu is 48.2 billion. Now, when you have to must be writing off. What I to offer, what it means is, who charge 48.2 billion against the profit and loss account. And not me who debt of 60.8 billion. No? Because you can analysis of loans, sir. First one is current, OLEM, substandard, doubtful, and a loss. Current, you know, charge 1%. OLEM is 5%. Substandard is 25%. Now, doubtful, 50%, loss is 100%. In the moment, I want to offer on the loss. What they could charge of profit and loss account? It's a negative equity of 55 billion. And the transfer of the loss. The 6.8 billion almost transfer a reserve account. A transfer not what you got a cow. And they do so for 6.8 billion, maybe 55 billion. Because they are operating with negative. That's the meaning of it. It's operating also what causes inflation in the system. And the money of work also a net asset amount for disposable income. And your purchasing power. You know, as you go to the same market, but when we take a woman passing, and they don't feel it. But we don't know you need to go and pass it, you feel this hardship.
Oh, so I know, wouldn't if you won't pass it.
Now, the ADAKABRI will be a government book pass. In Kurano, we are Chicano. Yes, chargeable for unlawful entry. Yes, I'm more mabaso. So, Sikano be the same. We are Pierre Bunty, and Makotofi at a car. It's a money scan of a system. It's a very lubricant for the economy to revolve around it. In terms of idea, what the best you know for Juma, and some of the Pierre Bunty and Sikano, a revolve. No banks in Yabi, open loans are not going to be. Into only a national award.
Hey.
Now, yes, Chris Bible, okay, then you're a Christian, we are coming. Open you there to fire, or did you get ma the shows of no? But who's so slopping in no? Now, Papa would have been sick of and to go to form this kind of show about me in Adiama. But I also take a risk. And if you cannot go Juma, and if Papa never enough for swear them, Abaso. And the way you go, you cannot demand another man. All I can tell me said, the order do no, the best hand the dear them, I can have a name. Oh, no, dear, I cannot do because see a form. And the car, the ordinary Juma for so basso. Until you make will be a difficult Juma, and it will be original. Into this percent party interest Emma and for productivity Emma. And I'm going to the getaway edge first to kill some quarter car. A quarter of high stores in Kraha or Sako and the Akotofi. Until the 6 years, no man carpenter, only when it's a candidate. When I tell myself, I've come with the man who says, years.
Well, yeah. Sir, one uncle Nabu, Chilukrama, and one man, or that won't have me a chino.
So I'm out for those go which or person my Ghana 2 pound. It is no matter the consequence, no. Or imagine say or Bemesikana Yajuma, or channel the meeting cropana, Sikana Yajuma. Ama only the GDP now is grown up, and I can want a GDP in grown. So that kind of done or when I think Sikana, they made the good basket, you know. It's a new development in the back home. Oh, yes, I was uncle with him. But more for they are looking at the criminal side of it. Let's look at the positive impact on Martians and the other.
Okay.
The were dollar and all the two banks cry, your more interest of still the water bank I had there.
Yo. And in Mono. Expectation. Say after the expiry of the 21 days, you know, Namu BCG Bank of Ghana, where didn't be seen.
The expectation is say, I just seen him will be a failure into the Catacano reason that. Into the response, my mother nothing. We might get away with it, then I didn't make the grow. Into all the you say to Kruma, promise. Then come with you half and 100 down a bedroom.
Hey,
we shake the foundation of Bank of Ghana.
Sir. Na resource no. Mushiki Foundation no. Resource no. Ebe saying.
Resource no. Yeah, I appointing the person of Bank of Ghana because you're the near bank. But whoever is appointed will take lessons from this particular development. Tell me so my Sunday on by my feet. Now me the executive or politician be influence me decisions, me actions and inactions. And I'm simply where these are the consequences awaiting me. But what I say, you see the end of Yana said, dear Wuno, into Kumako Tansi Tunku. It depends a bit more of family, we don't care. No, who say, or money pay more than the SNO will be followed her or any other person, either hero or whatever. The appointment of it must for being not in the Konya or then initial former governors, we want to teach our home. No, this is not then I this is free office here. I don't quite enough.
You. I did not honorable champion. You better was a pa.
But where do you again this yourself? We are Ghana self. Inflation now and then I'm 43.1 adjacent policies and the dear put to one another increasing the policy rate to 30%. Talk it's a some for now we and our custom. It's you better not as I made the MPP me. It is I did for no matter from one. I only oil and I near 200 Ghana citizens and then 700 Ghana citizens. I compare a one and my no. Who do any sort of and this and people are journalists. Live one about Bachelor. Who comport a month to me, I import to the many and say. Taxes no in the book. And do be trying to say this is when you want someone can or how one of million in any book. Madam Quatana be a many book I say, and now so by ready. Maybe I think Raha, whom could do miracle food. So wait a matter of dear.
Jew, Yadawasi.
Right.
It's the honorable Richard Champon, Bia East, and Atinkan. Nana Fuaqua, what I say? Of the MPP. My young she. Abuaqua.
Over.
And then ye banding figures be. Say, and ne yawo. In fact, so we share court documents in Mukra dia. Na a year next week Thursday, 17th of August. And OSPC Dabre walk on Hinefa, walk on court.
Yeah.
And if it in run a chassis, say a millions of dollars. And a young no war. A year Cecilia Dapa, the bank accounts. And Yahoo dear bang millions of cedis. And so no the bank accounts. And let's say OSP or say or court na we freezing accounts. No work I'm a court na fuaso. Na what me hold on to that accounts no. Enti ma yank yan share OSP no the positioner wakwa ye an affidavit what the post to their court no yan kind in its entirety ni yan hwe say OSP no uzi omuko sisila da pa fie yaso ye call ye no sika ikohunu ye no 5 hours ni yan kan wie and OSP because the BBS anyway to see us there's $5 million back a lawyer for a year $5 million a year 48 million cedis 700,000 cedis and yeah they cause it court now OSP so no ma mini lawyer yin kasa kakra ni enhwe lawyer Edus Samaklo, good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your listeners.
Lord, now what you saying?
I'm not the more now, sir.
When it be any aquam. Na what no a statement be from a OSP indicating say we freezy Cecilia Dapa accounts and
Yakoban say ADAKABRI. Say your file idea or court it's no longer a private document. And one will say under the Special Prosecutors Act, the Special Prosecutor has powers, as it were, to freeze an account administratively. So by reason of an administrative fiat, the OSP can freeze your bank account or any property. But the law requires that having done so administratively, within 14 days, you must go to the court and justify the freeze. So it is called a confirmation hearing. So the OSP goes to court. So the initial freeze is done ex parte, quote unquote. The OSP now has the power to go to court to confirm the order. Now, at that point, you have the power to challenge it. You can even challenge it.
But yes, let me boost out and say, one a year OSP statement to say we're freezing Cecilia Dapa accounts
on Tuesday.
One statement to be sir.
On Tuesday, the 8th of August, Special Prosecutor FILA a motion at the registry of the High Court and deposed to certain material issues. That is considered a statement in an officer. These are depositions sworn to. So it's like evidence, oath. So what else do you want?
Okay. Now, publishing.
No, what else do you want?
Something challenge you. We don't boost our question. And one may answer. Because we are lawyer about who are botre. In the end, I mean, no interview. I mean, near Jim say, my opportunity me boost our question.
Okay.
Into no, the honors lies on me. So say, the person me board the listener. Miss me to be bossy a tier response now the bebano. That is the listener can then make a judgment of asama ye canon.
It has the power or the force of oath.
Maybe I can open in the actual say OSP for the coy na a motion on notice to so Quaquina making cardiac but number say the fiafia one cacram who publish on Facebook say OSP still 5 million US dollars. I was just let up council. Well, a year 48 million cities. I was just let up council. Well, 700,000 cities. I was just let up council. Now, OSP no Wakasa.
ADAKABRI documents are, in fact, to be honest, your first car prudential accounts no gradia, and what they ask me about on the Facebook wall. Into their money, say, Hano.
But the point your person who say, lawyer, dear, one can't assume a beba say a inaccurate, and I say you're untrue.
It cannot be.
Internet Bibusa say, OSP documentation, no, why you reference to no. Is it embedded inside documentation? Say 5 million US dollars.
We have other sources of getting information.
So, but so in effect, OSP documents, you are not able to confirm, say, or mention 5 million US dollars.
Not specifically.
Or mention, okay, now, or say, motion on notice, application for confirmation of order of freezing of suspected tainted property and confirmation of seizure of suspected tainted property. And also, take notice that the special prosecutor shall move this honorable court on an application to confirm the freezing order issued by the special prosecutor in respect of the bank accounts and investments of the respondent domiciled at Prudential Bank Limited and Societe Generale Ghana as suspected tainted property, and the confirmation of the seizure by the Office of the Special Prosecutor of the property of the respondents upon the grounds contained in the accompanying affidavit, and for any further orders as the court may deem fit. Court to be moved on Thursday, August 17 at 9 o'clock in the forenoon or soon thereafter as the Republic may be heard. Dated at the Office of the Special Prosecutor, 6 Haile Selassie Avenue, South Ridge, Accra. This 8th day of August 2023. So what does it tell us?
So now there is a formal process in court. And because it's on notice, it can be contested. Mm-hmm. Remember, it is not always a confirmation order gets approved by the court. There have been instances where confirmation order was refused. You remember the specific instance of Sir John. Mm-hmm. So it's not always, it's not automatic. And that is why you notice that the administrative freezing is done as party.
So in effect, the special prosecutor has not put out any information in the public domain, say or no, or freezes Cecilia the accounts. Yeah.
No, already no. Hold on, no. The account is frozen administratively. So if you look at the motion paper, it says confirmation. When you are confirming something, it means that it's already there existing.
But the question to you was that the OSP has not put out any information in the public domain, say, what freezes Cecilia Dapa accounts.
The motion paper speaks to it.
But the point is,
the conversation about the freeze started immediately when the motion was filed.
You are now telling us what you deem as the legal processes. But specific question, the person you are not say, as you have alluded to or said to us, we'll say, administrative power, so freezing. Thereafter, no, I confirm. And I'm reading motion on notice in the actual. But what we want to ascertain, if I could finish, what we want to ascertain, has the OSP put out any information in the public, say, administratively, was freezing Cecilia the accounts?
Do you have the affidavit supporting the motion paper? I'm
going to read it to you, but go to,
I think,
a lawyer. Has the OSP put out any information in the public of which you have seen and could cite, say, or no administratively, were freezing Cecilia Dapa accounts?
Open, yes or no answer?
Yes.
So yes. So now go to
encobium. Because court documents in there are a privileged document, but you may obtain it from other sources. But OSP, what we can say, yes, what put you statement in? We should have a statement from the OSP. I want a letterhead, so will be an immediate release. Say, my freezing with your accounts.
No, it doesn't always work that way. So
you mate.
So go to the affidavit supporting.
Okay, let me just read the affidavit. Or say, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I say, I, a queer at the year of 6 Haile Selassie Avenue, South Ridge, Accra, make oath and say as follows: that 1, I am the deponent hearing and a state attorney at the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Fantastic.
2, I have the authority of the Special Prosecutor to depose to the facts contained in this affidavit.
What else are you looking for?
Me pacho. What you know, maybe I say, I want the whole picture to be clear to the listener. Thereafter, we will be heading towards.
Okay, go ahead.
Or saying, I have the authority of the Special Prosecutor to depose to the facts contained in this affidavit, which have, unless otherwise stated, come up to my personal knowledge in the course of my duties. 3, The applicant is the Special Prosecutor of the Republic and head of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, tasked with the mandate of investigating and prosecuting specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses, recovering the proceeds of corruption and corruption-related offenses, and taking steps to prevent corruption. 4. The respondent was, until July 22, 2023, the Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources. 5. The applicant brings this application to pursuance of Section 32, 38, 39, and 40 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017, Act 959, and Regulation 19 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Operations Regulations 2018, LI 2374. 6. On July 5, 2023, the Republic, on the basis of a complaint filed by the respondent herein and her spouse, commenced criminal proceedings in the Circuit Court, Dakar, against 4 persons on an amended charge sheet on various counts of theft in the court case number D4/155/2023, the Republic versus Patient Botwe, and 3 others. The charges recounted that between July and October 2022, the accused persons allegedly stole valuable items from the residence of the respondent herein and her spouse at Abilimpe, including cash amounts of $1 million and 300,000 euros, which belonged to the respondent. 7. The OSP found that in her initial complaint to the police, the respondent stated that $800,000 of the amount reportedly stolen from her residence belonged to her deceased brother, and 300,000 euros was contribution towards 300,000 cedis was contribution towards her mother's funeral, which was contained in a box. The respondent did not indicate who owned the remainder $200,000 and 300,000 euros. 8. July 21, 2023, after several negative media publications, the respondent issued a public statement claiming that there were noticeable inconsistencies between the amounts of money being discussed in the public domain and the thrust of the original complaint in the matter. Attached and marked as Exhibit OSP-1 is a copy of the statement issued by the respondent. Thus, by her statement, the respondent was clearly casting doubt on the cash sum stated on the charge sheet in D4/155/2023, the Republic versus Patient Botwe, and 3 others, as matched against the original complaint to the police. The respondent resigned from her position as Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources on July 22, 2023. 9. On the basis of the totality of the criminal intelligence gathered by the OSP and the large sums of money were physically stashed at the residences of the respondent between July and October 2022, the Special Prosecutor directed full investigation into corruption and corruption-related offenses involving the respondent in accordance with Regulation 6 of the LI 2374, as the circumstances reasonably indicated to the OSP that the source of the cash sums stated as belonging to the respondent, a public officer at the time, on the charge sheet in D4/155/2023, the Republic versus Patient Botwe, and 3 others, was suspicious, and that the cash sums were suspected tainted property as being proceeds from corruption and corruption-related offenses. 10. On July 24, 2023, the OSP placed the respondent under arrest on charges of corruption and corruption-related offenses. The OSP subsequently conducted searches in 3 residential properties associated with the respondent at cantonments, Abelimpe, and Tesano in Accra. 11. The searches led to the discovery of cash sums of $590,000 US dollars and 2,730,000 Ghana cedis at the Belenque residence. Authorized officers of the OSP seized the discovered cash sums on reasonable grounds that they were suspected tainted property in accordance with Section 32(1) of Act 959, as it was necessary to exercise the power of seizure to prevent concealment of the cash sums. In a directional advice dated July 31, 2023, the Attorney General directed the Director General of the Criminal Investigations of the Ghana Police to investigate the true ownership and sources of the amounts reportedly stolen from the residence of the respondents herein to enable the Attorney General take a comprehensive decision. Attached and marked as Exhibit OSP 2 is a copy of the Attorney General's directions. The directive affirms the reasonableness of the investigation being carried out by the OSP as to the sources of the large sums of money associated with the respondent therein. 13. The special prosecutor, considering it necessary to facilitate the investigations, issued a freezing order against the bank accounts and investment of the respondents domiciled at Prudential Bank Limited and Societe Generale in accordance with Section 38(1) of Act 959 and Regulation 19(1) of the LI 2374, attached and marked Exhibit OSP 3 and OSP 4 are copies of the freezing order. In pursuance of Section 32 of Act 959, the deponent avers that it is the reasonable estimation of the OSP that the seized property is suspected tainted property and it is necessary to prevent its concealment or loss. 15. In pursuance of Section 38 of Act 959, the deponent avers and confirms that the OSP is investigating the respondent for suspected corruption and corruption-related offenses, and that there are reasonable grounds to believe that the frozen properties are suspected tainted property, and also that there are reasonable grounds to believe that a confiscation order shall be made under Act 959 in respect of the property. 16. That is the final one. The special prosecutor prays this honorable court to confirm the seizure of the suspected tainted property and the freezing order in pursuance of Section 322, 382 of Act 959 and Regulation 19(2)B of LI 2374, and further in terms of 43 of Act 959. Wherefore, I swear to this affidavit in support of the application, sworn in this day of August, that is the 8th, deponent before me, High Court Judge, Commissioner, Criminal Court, Law Courts Complex, Commissioner of Oops, and other by. What do you make of, sir? Avermency, and I said, affidavit here, a queer year, what they are quick our court.
If the OSP is lying, the OSP will be amenable to the charge of perjury. And that's how serious it is.
I didn't know what, sir.
Because they are depositions under oath.
Contrary information be now to that of the OSP.
Basically, my information aligns with theirs.
And I'm just information, you know. So if it is not as they put it before a court, I will cancel no mremu no here see a kind of no. A DNA bit me aye. I'm a contrary information no o see OSP nan fanko no. A bit me aba to the honorable court attention.
Eventually, all those matters will come into the public domain.
It will say OSP no nyano kure no waka.
On the waka and no kure pa.
But enya wo no kure no waka.
Waka and no kure.
Until you maintain, say, there's evidence to suggest, say, 5 million.
More. Even more.
Now, the woman mean Kakran Wakashmano.
Even more.
But the OSP no say.
ADAKABRI. These are quite serious matters. These are quite serious matters. And you see, Attorney General at the statement being edited to in fact signed by my good friend Chiayebwa Honorable.
A deputy.
Yes, sir. For any papa.
Crotchety.
Yes. Now, I am a young person and I signed this statement because it completely embellishes the things that really happened with Cecilia Dapa. And I felt so sad that the Attorney General's office will be used as a tool to cover up this Cecilia Dapa mess. ADAKABRI, Madam Cecilia Dapa.
Without comments, I'll be a piano. Memeti a me busao. I may more opportunity. I'm a what casa. I publish your comments, no. Jointly and severally, no. We may be liable.
I'm even taking you out,
but then, my company, no, so. I will be, I am the company.
I am saying that dissociate your company from my
but the fact of you saying, that what this is actually a company, no, is it enough to absorb the company of any blame? Until company one minute, let me clear something. 10 Kasa radio should be we are on the lookout for libel. We are on the lookout to say Yankofa Assam. In fact, if I could finish, I want to make a statement.
Your show on DTFM. When we say nobody has been able to maintain a libel action against you, when we say it's because we say knowing the standards that you have, I won't use your platform to peddle any slanderous or libelous material. I am saying,
but I don't know my opportunity. My opportunity. Now, Mr. My opportunity. Na mean to be clear, be na two as wasam. One, why is statement be at your OSP? Also, we can't wrong. If I could finish, say, or you're liable to a serious charge of say perjury or the crata koto affidavit that koto court. Enya no kore. It's a very serious charge.
No. One thing, Matthew. Let me correct an impression. I am saying that once you give a deposition under oath, you risk the charge of perjury if the work cannot and you no correct.
And then you went further to say the work can and you no correct.
That be, in fact, don't said beside me said the work can you no correct now. And I'm saying there are even more.
What's that supposed to mean? That when is people said the OSP can and Ukraine can say there are even more. No, that's what you're saying.
No, the Empire can say there are even more information that the OSP will add. That's the thing.
And the lawyer.
Oh no, I couldn't have said the OSP.
Okay. Then very important because a good presenter should be the presenter who works so hard and to avoid an action being sustained against the company. It me pacho me person the company no better how be. Now you went further to also say Deputy Attorney General no. You wish to say the statement you wish to say one financial answers here. So constructively, what did you mean?
The Empire Senator said the statement contained in that almost 9-page document does not represent what happened.
So in effect, until some misrepresentation, yeah, what can one say me? Say, Eba say, you hold you to straight prover.
I am absorbing you.
Does it lie with you? Does it lie with you? Does it lie with you? Does it lie with you to say to the judge, say, ye ADAKABRI despite media freedom?
Yes.
It doesn't lie with you. It doesn't lie with you.
Who said it?
But it doesn't lie with you. Say, me any company in the Yama opportunity to publish those things. So, respectively,
the power and disclaimer.
Pacho, say innuendo no. that you work a cranny free muma.
I stand by that statement.
Is it fair on the stature of the Deputy Attorney General now?
It's not about him.
No, is it fair? Why pending the signature? Why pending the signature? Why pending the signature? Why pending the signature? And you are saying, say, a year or yes or not, na didn't say and it cast an innuendo on his stature. Are you saying?
They said not him. It's the office. And ADAKABRI, I think let's sanitize the issues. I am saying, say, the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana has put in the public a document from his office. And in that statement, it conveys a particular message. And I'm saying that the statement in the complete representation, to the extent that the Attorney General claims, said the initial statement or complaint from Madam Cecilia Adapa was on the 1st of July. I said, that's barefaced lies.
Hey.
Cecilia Adapa first complained to Ghana Police October 2022.
You are making reference to the juvenile court issue.
That is what originated the whole conversation.
Now, with publication on Facebook of $5 million and 48 million Ghana cedis and 700,000 Ghana cedis, where does it feature in the OSP's affidavit to the courts?
In my statement on my Facebook, did you see OSP in it?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm giving you information. In fact, which information has even been conveyed by other reputable stations like yours?
Lawyer Menkasa. You are saying, say, a lawyer of your stature, you are relying on somebody having published something.
No. I didn't say that. My statement on my Facebook, did I source it?
Because
ADAKABRI, did I source it?
And I'm telling you,
what I will be for further clarification. I'm saying maybe information has further corroboration, unless of course you don't see those people as
okay. Let me read your 2 hours ago. You published this on Facebook. Accounts frozen so far. Cecilia Adapa. Or say accounts frozen so far for Cecilia Adapa. Prudential Bank, $5 million. Prudential Bank, 48 million Ghana cedis. Societe Generale 1 million Ghana cedis. Societe Generale 2, 700,000 Ghana cedis. And Amibusa will say, affidavit dina a queer dia or the aqua in the name of the OSP our court. Does it indicate some figures here our publish here now?
Did you listen to me initially?
Okay, Mammy.
No. When you first asked me the question, what was my response?
I do not recall.
Oh, that's not fair. I won't repeat to myself.
Until Lord, Cecilia, what is your expectation of what is before the judge and what is being peddled by other people, including Onasi Squabi?
Let's see what happens next week.
Let's wait and see.
The lawyers for Cecilia Adapa have the right to respond.
As I say, you may be seen as engaging in a fishing expedition, waiting to see the response they will come. Then you will justify your comments already made.
No. I don't want to prejudice it.
Oh, lawyer. Ubekumio. Now, what's in next week? And you will be affidavit in opposition to a queer the and OSPDA or Mode Abbey. And based on that, Ubenya elect to stand on to defend or earlier published a Facebook idea. It's Mami Musawe. After Mami Musawe. Now let's come to the political domain. Obakan say hearsay and that's a speculation. A DNA on the economy. Whereby I said dollar and baby a dream. You know, speculation so a bearing on dollar 16
money is in the account. Is it speculation?
If I could finish my question, Say, you never get to say, a speculation high as part of the reasons that dollar ekoko drew a 16 cities. The see as we the echo the West African sub-region here. Ubusa who say, see my speculation, but where official court documents doesn't mention a year $5 million. It doesn't mention 48 million cities. It doesn't mention 1 million cities. It doesn't mention 700,000 cities. And now, if I could finish, and I have a very highly placed lawyer saying this, between the lawyer that I believe in and the OSP that you are saying, so on can no. So why we are some maybe seeing some babu.
No, ADAKABRI, I think that you are making some erroneous. I've never said on YouTube that the OSP is not telling it. I think you need to correct it. This is the second time you are repeating. Hello?
No, I'm
saying that on your platform, I've never said that the OSP is lying.
No, you haven't used the word lie. I said now we need confidence.
Putting words in my mouth.
Okay, you didn't have confidence in the affidavit.
Haven't you seen my Facebook post?
I have seen it. So, lawyer, what's your expectation?
Have you seen a disclaimer on my? So let's stick to the issue.
So, what's your expectation? Come next week, Thursday, August 17.
The law will take its course.
What's saying?
That the law will take its course.
That the law will take its course. So, what's your view about speculation? Speculating on issues that may have a bearing on our national security.
How is it that if I say ADAKABRI has $5 million?
And you won't call us an American patrol. Lawyer,
no, I'm American. American say ADAKABRI was $5 million. How is it a threat to national security?
Then what do you back on home?
It's ADAKABRI national security.
Hey, what do you back on home?
ADAKABRI, oh yeah, national security.
Wouldn't think of what Buff say a here woman. Now here woman, now ye can crown a mammy or $5 million crown account room. Will be quite one number how will be to be very young community. Says mammy, say,
is that how our nation is organized? So we don't resort to self-help.
So, such speculation, could that not incite somebody to commit a crime?
There's no speculation here.
About the $5 million?
It's why? Why do you think it's a speculation?
Mimi just say, Mimi, dear, when I publish $5 million. Now, I'm not at pains to believe what you are saying. Naja may I will support. Say, do I rely on you?
So it cannot be speculation.
You, lawyer. Yeah, some catch us about today.
On the account is a name that you know. And so what is speculation?
And just say, knowing you need it. There's an Ukrainian worker.
ADAKABRI, some of you show what me so. And also, I can see the MVP for the National Council meeting and whatever council meeting. No more could you say election on the almost at the region, but on at a particular center. That will be the beginning of the MVP going to opposition. And I would say you speculated. That's your view. And so, or you didn't have the right to express that.
And at least Unas is probably the way out there. Or say, according to Joy FM, accounts rose so far for Cecilia Adapa, Prudential Bank, $5 million. Prudential Bank, 48.
Joy FM is not good enough to be referenced. And
me just say, Unas is coming there. Why are there? We are smart now. You put something in the public domain, but the one source will be Unas is coming on the.
So I'm solely responsible for my information.
So you are solely. Unas is coming so there. Was it Joy for the okay? It remains to be seen because the entire this speculation
in a week's time we will be in court.
Mate.
We will all be in the court. Oh, she says, court no, online.
Okay. Online.
Virtual.
Okay. Enti lawyer yede wase pa. Right. Lawyer Eduji Tamaklo. Agwagwa. Unya adaji tie OSP na David no.
Mitie mu pa ofa.
And who pay attention Eduji so responses.
Mitie minu apenye Eduji Tamaklo. Na ofa. Politics na here no. You do be be careful kakra. Say
but the point is notwithstanding that Aduta Lote no the strategy nya utie Eduji.
Mitie Eduji pa. Unse no aka na asem wie no. Asem na fi no say biti retreat. Hasty retreat. I was say me cancer. Me ha. We see OSP. Asema affidavit or they akoto court no we pose on oath. Na say yes Jodi akoto on na say he's lying under oath, he can be cited for perjury. Obi on one investigation. No de can say ni oath. Akoto court no. Wa oti abonten no. Uso nim bibi chen de already akoto no ma no ni we twa citing no for perjury. Asem kese Beji the same no say office of special prosecutor mutia. Eduji obi obetumi di abo investigations o moye no. Obi obetumi di abo investigations no moye no.
Onye a citizen. No assist.
No more spectator.
No assist.
Ono akasa anko ha fa nkomo mo hwehwe no baby obi asisie no omo. O say omo lie under oath. Asem kese pa o say office of special prosecutor. Ono no ye de emra Act 959 esi won mo say on for investigating on prosecuting corruption and corruption related offenses. No sabi mami bi aye victim the sika e da fie sika no ko se nyane dia ninu bi sika ene ho akade ofa na sa nsemi abai ya nyina ye pese do mo suko ni ehu de wo mu na sa wo be ka say special prosecutor need the position one make it on oath and affidavit or they are court no the positions no at Rome and he can be cited for perjury. Now was a special prosecutor to us afraid na okoboa no establish the real case no.
Miampa abra free match on one kwanko publish say it just say the special prosecutor may have lied under oath and that he may be cited for perjury.
Say special prosecutor Anthony Sanfredu dia not just investigation now no and investigation upon no
we don't say also response no say the special prosecutor no
one Anthony Sanfredu Eduji Tamaklo ama a perjury and some obeka ye no Eduji anchire mu a na investigation upon no yama Ghana for nya ehunu papa wo asem ni mu no
abra free man ko tu so
o ko tu me
ye free man afu akwa ya me mu atrase
ajam je so
ejapade we don beka bi wo dia ni ejapade
ofa somehow pa
o pe kakra kura so a
unya na me yasa na ejapade book no maja original
ejapade na true
but me was soft copy no
and me forward ma wana
no wo hapa magjoria da roma me yan boss pe no wa shut me down any ene
enti chese sia no mageri no o ye no complain ma no wo fa nana trade you adote
over
utie Eduji
metie ni ye pa over
na who pay attention to a special prosecutor no to no ne affidavit or the court
ukai ni nyina na metie ni nyina nso I think about 16 paragraphs
17 paragraphs
metie ni nyina
na who comment me here
and quickly na me call Eduji Tamaklo Facebook page and I wanted to know near ochiro here but over from the ochiro no I don't think say he has committed any offense because near ochiro here no on can say OSP has frozen there be or see frozen account so far and no money figures one bo be one bo say OSP has done this CID has done that and I was
no na se mo kan say affidavit a woken kan yi no se sa nema no henimu dia na I just say OSP the control and don't he can be cited for perjury and don't you say obi obetimi dia aboa investigations are ekoso no afem and why lawyer you see Then, who's a lawyer there? A lawyer per session, rule 1 of LI 2423. No, a lawyer owes a duty to the public, to the client, and to the court. And to the duty to the public, ni say, ni ono so or war OSP no e dey akọ 10 fichire na one farm to in affidavit ne so court ashoke na oka say OSP can be cited for perjury no also OSP to nsa frɛ no na the investigators ne be yo obi aso mo ento say mo kɔ hwehwɛ no na ofa ma wo mo enye so mo nchi no omo kɔ hwehwɛ no na ofa ma wo mo say dey be Ghana ha no fa ye kasa ye be careful wo ne ma ye ka ho ade ya be ka bi so wo nyina so ofa wotwe na adwen si so no me ba wo wotwe na adwen si so no afina ne oba ne ho so say okansa afina OBT retreat but e also wojitum say wanu apa na obepa che wo say we sorry because in terms of libel no civil libel wanu pa opa che na watwe asan enye sa na ye no ba wo begina say OBT retreat e bia no wo nyina so ntia me ka say wo be tun say friend no
further clarification o say yes ana no o kira na ye de ache
o da bi investigations na ye pe no ye prevention investigations say the be ye mbeda ho so atia say ẹnu nti wa publish it on Facebook ẹnu nne yẹ general o sẹ mìíràn mu no yẹ obi bi ẹ fẹ no ẹ fẹ generally specially non derogatory ẹnu yẹ general rule ọdẹ bẹ tu hɔ no wa kọ sẹ accounts frozen so far na ọbọbọ so ẹna wo interview no wa yẹ no specific ami ehun sẹ ẹdudi ama ayẹ no specific ami ehun sẹ ẹ yẹ OSP asẹm ne maame sisi adapa asẹm na ọwọ so ati ase
ya prenatum
enti no ofa wo interview na ko prenatum na bi ade nani am ye hu so OSP twantro so ati ase enti binim se ye rakisi aja ben so
awurade
we bi oti
enti ya ni do penasem
me penasem
from what you are saying no the upa chese wofa ST trap edi my do
on set trap interview no here on interview no na no kan asem it was about
yeah upa chese wofa set trap edi amano
debi
enti tell me me see me
nyina betina he me start the only na be kan o enye say obi sa question ni man na de be na ko su ko
me too interview no first of all now I was thinking say Edoji I can be in one of the papers. Nti say that be Facebook war. Nti na me bisa say Facebook war no ochro say OSP sika na anka essential affidavit mu enye no ochro ya na o see there be. So I went to check. Oh see account frozen so far. One bo biedin. Frozen by who? One bo biedin me ba.
You know get carry.
Okay. My land there and as I say no of our friend na omodin komo based on the ochro on Facebook war. Just oppose that with the affidavit details 70 paragraphs no. Mu ye pa ono no ni o kan say ono ni Edoji e kan say Edoji kan say ono no believe say affidavit no the figures are ye boy no it doesn't match with ono expectation. I think say you should relax onim near on also Nisa so to the extent say if he's pushed to the wall, probably he will give you the figures. Said Debbie Nyoka, that is one side. Of number two, Ubekaya, some few days ago, TV3, their correspondents and their news, one of their afternoon news, Eka say OSP, Eko Maminifi, and they have seen a lot of money. And also, Mungo for IPM,
almost 5 hours.
Eka is kind of meaning no,
in terms of say 590,000.
That is the reason because see a lot of money. Meaning say you need more time to count the money.
But you can say 5 hours in the country now.
Yes. No, that is the TV3 report.
Are you going to spend 5 hours to count $590,000?
No, over one ka sika. No,
Adote.
TV3 report. The amount of money.
The purpose of the direction and say speculation ebetimi abutu Ghana baby e be kan say the 5 hours accounts can imagine obia kokokura e dey man menuan ya otena ase minim de enti a me kan say upe bia unya bi edi sa nipa no ya ote asese no ne ya ka say wo bisikasi hoye tam amma ya the 5 hours kwa ya the kan sika no ena OSP be kan bi say there be ntisa ena ane ababonte says say $590,000
na me ba no
ena ekowie say wasa court no so no wo be kɔ no ene ya ene na watwe o ena nura nwumre you see millions of cedis and millions of dollars at an account, right? It is the worship here. They say, "Oh, I say mercy." The league idea smart or fiafia honka krebi. Na fe yensaka. Eye affidavit what they call court no says tainted property no or the say to so. Now one mention $5 million. One mention a year 48 million cedis. One mention 700,000 cedis. One mention a year 1 million cedis. And say you train agility to say, you try as best as we can. Say you speculation. Embutu amina na yeti wadote.
Over. Nyamika and say TV3 report no. HRA say there was some money in the house. Whether Omo you see 5 hours or 10 hours no, it could be exaggeration, no problem. But no so Ombabonte can say they didn't say anything, they didn't see any money. But today no maybe.
Oh yeah, sure.
We were in the studio. Yeah, you see TV3 report no. MPP communicators challenging and I was be ankasa but maybe offer and then no
and yet the OSP can now the reference the MPP for
no OSP any report is by
and can say or more who sika bia ofie
offer me my point is say and then no give or take no at least omoje yet to say there was $570 million in the house maybe and $2.7 million
570,000
sorry $70,000 it was you so there cannot be any smoke without fire. So at least there was something.
Oh,
so whether the TV3 reports, it can be at least there was some money. And I think so far, Ubisa said speculation can spend some money. There be offer. It is not true. In fact, speculation is a business in finance. We call it arbitraging. Obi ejuma plan say or now not speculate what will happen on the forex market to make money.
And my dollar into 16
no for the no una one year what neighbor of no you see speculation is not entirely a wrong thing. If you go on Bloomberg now say you are trading in forex or bit now or different countries so he can buy and sell at the same time because he knows that he can in a few minutes the currency will change at this point and make money. That's arbitraging. We economy what you need to do to build the fundamentals of your economy. That is the whole thing. So when Kasi as if say when you speculate, then that's what is causing the whole thing. No, the reason why I think that dollar in United States is we were overburdened with foreign debt payment and foreign investors who came to buy our bonds. We didn't have the supply end of the FX. That is the fundamental issue, and you'll be asking more.
Have you found anywhere OSP, a revealing in an official document say, $5 million and 48 million cedis? I was still at the bank accounts.
There be pay. I feel it's a kind of I've agreed to say any, but the American say, Ora Edioji Edutamaku. Actually on Facebook no honestly one boy within I think so he has his evidence. He knows what he's saying. So when he's pushed to the wall, probably he will come out with the evidence. That is all.
And entrance
and friend. Who say okay?
Let me say this. Invited. Let's not waste time on it.
No, he should be invited.
Let's spend the time on dealing with the woman.
Edoji will assist in the investigation.
The time must be wasted on dealing with the woman for stealing our money.
Edoji, and I have got a special prosecutor here on your show. My dad special prosecutor on your show. I have got Mr. Kisha Jabi on your show.
Let's not waste one.
Edoji say ne affidavit or they are to court.
And like say that madam energy no getting the money from the woman and dealing with the woman
for perjury. The element evidence your name antia official otratro no. Our friend no metre.
It may be say this is the first step be a tainted property or court na wakwaji confirmation no. Maybe say a second affidavit may also come.
Exactly. It is never true. You see, of a person 38 of the Office of Special Prosecutor Act, tainted property, who sees here, your administrative seizure. Administrative seizure no for just a short period of time. Yes. And now for a long-term period, this of court frozen order no. And it's not OSP Echo Court. It's also say there is a huge sums of money be sitting in the account. Our person who freeze said that we can investigation, you know why investigation here. Because you may have to investigate the source of those monies, you know, where those monies inflows may be free by and how those people got those money to transfer into that account. It will take a
now utie the full affidavit, no.
Affidavit no
OSP bank be OSP no or can say money is held in a bank account and
one cap basically money is held in the bank
so
account.
So it may be say or dealing with sika e wo fie. Yes. Now subsequently Wakwa deal with Sika what bank
the affidavit they can say closing order or say SGSSB account and a prudential account or Siki frozen order on those accounts and a Sika or recover from if you know $570,000
US silent in the amount of $2.7
bank account no on both can be a new bank account
exactly
and Eduji Boamano
exactly so
Eduji say Atron or they are to bank or they are to court. Now, once you depose to oath now, you can be cited for perjury. You can be cited for perjury. Of our interview, our year, Eduji, no. I mean, by now, beside me say, Eduji, then what kind of interview? I say, a Facebook post, me now, I mean, so I'm making our interview, no. But this is the statement I want making. Say, a friend say, oh,
Eduji can be or educate and kakra.
Exactly.
Because we are very, we can say, logical person. Yeah. Now where did you utie no?
Over metie no na over match yaw.
Ajoso yaw.
Na match yaw team na nyina Ghana fo nyina. Afo akwa ne my brother mechia mo.
Omdo ma yeye.
The incoming MP for
Anyaso
too. Na ofa the am the two of them no still da so da ho.
Aye.
Nti wada ho ma wa na obetumi aba.
Aye.
Nti mpacho over mpacho mo nimre me pacho pa na ofa me beba asem no so no afidie we yeso and ye interchange no afidie we yakasa wo ho saa Peace FM so aka regard say interchange ye siesi ho abrane from anopa kosi ayumre ene adechi ojina ho ka twam odwunso nobody cares omo adwunso pillars no ho sa na efi pa adokro interchange no the main two pillars na gina gates no ho ofa ohwa
yeah
circle we are no free ho esoro no the last word that soro no
junso no kwasa ma ekorodu
yes
junso no powerful na the eda esoro kra no eda esoro pa no ofa emfutro abo so emma kenten ahuru a abubu esisi so enna emfutro no because ache ho nti afuru sensan ma kaka koma we menti ho ase nti wo family to your highways for no omo ye responsible no they should take action because we adwuma ewo ho so obi yam yetua naka eno no they should fix cameras under the bridge I betumi a monitor nkrofo a omudi nyamra some bridge na no police station where they can connect the cameras to it and ensure say you some sanity within that area. Atomic Junction, a flyover no.
And also no more property almost Jawasi. The bridge can see where Jawasi. It's so bad because it's a concrete. It's just concrete and a wiki. Of I did be able to be a press who me who the crowd did to us. It's a Lanconta 9 municipal assembly. Or when you call not urban roads. Or when you call or bridges, no, because yeah, the taxpayers' money and then invest in those edifices, no. Yeah, like me who how mechano. Yeah, maybe you hold no more, maybe actually not sacrifice or how any a cast I beto my so. You see, Kaka Yano. Near find young punto only being count, not Ghana for young benefit of her.
Make but
and there's another thing. You have offer game pass stretch in this one. Of before Fiesta Royal route no say Forest Road no so.
Forest Road.
Who say omo washing baby watch you say rapid washing baby wo ho. And penifo amanfo who say what to do people the car ko show me wash it. Na eyi ni show ni nam Third Road no so. Obi anka ho asem. And seminar ewiki your friends say asphalt. You be na kwan na send to na say be bo aban 3 so be bo aban din ebio. Kakra ye wona say etimi bo ho ban. Obi nka say obi tu obi anu aduane egu. At least we are washing be on moi. Fa ko achiri ne block insurance say there be Emma road bed ne so. Fa ko be exactly. Baby omo here no offer. Wo wi am central for them course as no mo fa report. Omo ko fa live feed emrem na mo hwe say de tie. Urban road for hwe we say nyina.
Nti offer me share se no. Owura eduji lawyer madamfo pa nensem o de beto odwa. Any OSP so nensem o de beto odwa. Me who the reason we have to crucify Owura eduji chameko. Now offer.
There's no basis.
We share asia no metie wo pa. And then em say wa boy hanya wo di hu ahye Ghana fo regards the word speculation. Offer speculation is one of the most important tools in financial management. It is another important tool in building a nation. Now, you say ya kan fo ana say Ghana, you say kukuru nja akeka kan so beja. Enna say won say nwusie efri bia na bia ana eja wo anambo a. Right. Don't forget say OSP no office no sabi it is made up of human beings.
Yes.
Enna omo investigation. Don't forget they have friends, even though they are mandated by their ethics to have kept quiet on everything they find out. But as humans, even national security, now some the national security your friend say Jemomunya Jengo Kram Bebo, because someone in Amagota and they say they want to tell you say they are within their national security. Right? Inti, these people have friends. And the findings that they make, they tell their friends. Let's even assume without admitting, say, Oman can't train and be a pen as no can't train a yere. The yere catch another person. 1, 2, 3, not spread it. Inti for an astute lawyer like Owura Eduji Temekru to have come out with that. Then you're very careful how we discuss it. Because at the end of the day, no, about the boy in him. But you see, I was getting a certain direction and now we'll drift to call regards the word speculation. Now my green fee me say, oh, can I could see the fact to say speculation able to me about mine in terms of war. Say be a can say because you were mentioning military people who are omoti or baby. Nonsense, some of your debate offer.
Now ubekum krana no mabia sanka.
Exactly the case.
Now omo says
but speculation rife when adie na ye speculative wo no chima ebi ato wo ho. What do you say exchange rate yenyaye? The indicators and I said the fundamentals actually told us say the economy was very, very weak and it is still weak. Into the indicators on the ground, no. So people can say we were speculating in the dollar no should to cost no. We are making a mistake because already a friend is how do you call it? Inflation, any interest rate, not rising to the point that the governor of the Bank of Ghana uses so many measures, contracting whatever to ensure say or be making sure say at the end of. But behind closed doors, no, they were in quote, I should put it in quote, respectably, they were fooling around within the Bank of Ghana. And I think, said the Bank of Ghana governor, I perceive him as a very very timid person and a coward. If not,
timid and coward.
Yes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are. I haven't insulted him. He's not courageous. He is not courageous. Or you'll be
that is a substitute to the coward, you know. Why we draw coward, you know?
No, coward doesn't mean it's not an insult.
Why we draw it means an insult, but to describe him as coward. On your courageous. That's a part. Yeah, they are not because the piano presented there.
Yes.
Why am I company? Why expose no be prayer?
Exactly. I get you.
You are thinking, say, father or general. Let's say kwame wodwene no menya dia who be expose omu company no it be fair
offer me to wase
pa meti opa ya
enti na won so unti any company yes sunti afidie nso sunti ma atwe sa word no assign but my finding the meaning before using it enti I'm sure say atiefo so 80 but you asking me to as it were withdraw no it also probably portray me as a coward. And I'm a boy. To the point that as we speak, the special prosecutor to court I will pay confirmation. Any figures are ever out. I am not surprised. And I have that feeling, say, I don't have hope in chasing this issue of Cecilia Dape's case. In the sense that we have a typical example. You bet me a benchmark on. A bine Aquaya Addison, something Addison. Aquaya was setting up companies be another day front. Is it ABA for saying? No, there was a man. You didn't call a freezing account. At the end of the day, no, he went to withdraw the money. No. ABA.
Na on after na kwano.
On ya kwana me say me akwa.
Ebi yaw.
What for? Akwa ya kan kasa.
Debi a negative connotation.
Really?
Hey,
then I didn't know because when you say akwa bi.
Akwa de
ja yo. Because akwa we pa.
Debi
of any no so my class.
Because you.
I'm a coward.
You are not a coward.
But you see, on a more serious note, no, your accounts are your freezer. Nipan afechiri. And don't forget, that the person did not. I want to perceive that the person did not do it alone, because a bank is can go. Until without other unseen hands, no, those money couldn't have been withdrawn from the accounts.
No class also. I comment on irresponsible citizens. Where you are a special prosecutor. Now, as human as you put it, they are. Now, or can some if we watch them in the media space. Or yeah, Juma or bank be. Now, why not wabo? Zilla the account.
Yes.
This is a woman.
Yes.
Now, or catch them for.
Yes. Over those things, in fact, it is. You see, over where we know that there is a clear case of probably thievery, right? And they know the accounts of certain individuals. So obi juma best point. Now sika pudu ebi eda Father Dex in a personal account But when they look at us politicians, and actually video be appear out, and so interesting. Ora up in your market and ora kesi at forcing. Or Modi now or Modi or Mohofona. Of 45 years old people, and almost crew you say no, they are in charge of parliament, right? And who should the population of this country is a country bet me idea about man home, and a few people are just enjoying it. Nti se nipa ya Juma bank. Now who said this particular politician is a bad account the probability that he would or she would be telling his friends or her friends no very high. A big crop of white, they may blow the whistle, which is allowed in this country for now, right? Yes, of a moment.
But overcancer when you're lawyer, dear, na Yabema, so I comment, na banker, no comment. What you said, dear, ma OSP, no, or yeah, reference to a bank account, but one disclosure car, a account in the affidavit.
That is where the problem lies. Don't forget that the special prosecutor also is a human being. That question is a
and I said national security considerations.
No, but national security are aware of what is in the account.
No, the considerations say
don't mention
if the OSP were to mention monies in the account, in the court documents now, at the end of it, me see man.
Offer. It is high time we hold our leaders accountable. And for me, the special prosecutor not mentioning the figures in the account. No?
Because he makes reference to accounts.
Yes.
But doesn't mention what is held
a very dangerous trajectory that we are. Yes.
If you are not before the judge, they may
so you
give
want
further
to go
information.
behind, you want to pass an
the lawyer will comment on
an
it.
addendum or a different note
the lawyer will
or
comment
appendix.
But
behind the
your
scene.
comments relating to the reference to a bank account.
Now one more
of can't answer a lawyer.
The reason why I bought account, they know, but one more amount is highly political. That's all. There's nothing of a there's nothing national security about it. Because the woman's case has become...
I said national security considerations.
No, I mean,
the kind of information...
America say no, you see, for bank workers there, you sign oath of secrecy and confidentiality.
So you are saying no bank official can give information.
No, I mean, can't say they can do it. I'm saying say they ought not to do it. That's the law. You don't have to do it because you are signed oath of secrecy per but they do it all the time.
Nah, OSP workers in the woman's side.
Yes, but the American say OSP. No, my meaning same. A public issue, and OSP is a public entity, a area. And if you are sending affidavit to court concerning my meaning issue, you are supposed to, as you have mentioned, ultimately board bank and whatever no amount they were accounting, you're supposed to disclose it. And America said, for me, I see it as yes. The reason behind is politics. Thinking say if they disclose the amount, that public domain, and of course the NDC party will take it, will play football with it. But forgetting say, once you mention a bank name, there are people in the bank that they wait to get the actual figures in the account. It's possible. And I feel so offer. I think say police system no, they are allowed to use informants and informants and then whistleblowers to help them to gather information and Yeah, so some of these things, I think it has to do with the way we also like interpret the law. But I don't think but on the part of the OSP, for me, it's supposed to indicate because my meaning is a public issue now. Once you have mentioned the account, say you are going to freeze the account, and I say who call court to get the order to freeze the account. Whatever is in the account must come to public. I don't see why you should hide it. And then everybody is giving its own interpretation. And I can say already on Facebook, he never even mentioned anybody's name. But he said account frozen so far. On say Oboyanka.
Is it Edwin and what you say? Be better no.
No, that's what I'm saying. Nothing happened to him because he never mentioned anybody's name. One can CID, one can OSP, one can police. Wow. My point is say if he had mentioned
the amount, or yeah cautious.
The OSP no.
There be a Edwin.
No, of course because he's a lawyer. Yes, because he's a lawyer. And again, to say OSP one more amount needing, but AB or no see the source of the information. He cannot also come forward forcefully to say all the OSP account. In this case, if he's pushed, then he has to disclose his source. Now AB and you're not kind of AB as an informant or buono. You can also come and expose your informant like that. Wow. And to me feel say if the OSP has mentioned X amount, Y amount, all these things will not happen. Just
because Ghana Web echo to court sources and other traditional media as we go to OSP sources. It is one more year a juma our courts, 1 year juma our OSP or 1 year juma no. Do they have any responsibility to stick to the penny for and answer a jumano dictate and now say ya no preacher no be chia and now person yes citizen.
Exactly. The reason is highly political. That's the reason why he will keep all these things away from us.
There. Okay, but a student lawyer. OSP mentions a bank and is asking the court to confirm, say they can freeze it. Doesn't tell us how much is in the bank account.
Sure.
It tells us how much is found in the home.
Sure.
What do you make of it?
Of I that's it. My friend Chiason Koma or Chief. Say by Adakabri crunchy Chief.
20.
Say maybe I educate you for free and I know some BT retreat in there. No man.
Oh, BT retreat.
There is a
oh, no, special prosecutor. One friend I'm one there. Say no,
don't fight time in and chase Cecilia.
Over. So we share OSP the powers now or the power to freeze an account temporarily administratively. Now, so in long term, so be investigations. And no, how compare order from the court or they be freeze account. But if I won't say that issue say by any no per article 19 of our constitution, the presumption of innocence no.
Chris Dugan.
Exactly.
I say, my message you was ADAKABRI. Good afternoon for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana. OSP inability to mention the amount in the account is a clear case of window dressing and rubber stamping. Accountability must be transparent, and transparency is part of good governance. OSP is doing nothing by endorsing corruption. And Chris Dugan has also at the end, no.
Over. Say, your publicity account. You see, there's a privacy policy. There's a privacy policy, and as part of our privacy policy, Madam Cecilia Dapa is a private individual, or a private person. Of ADAKABRI, a private person. Or a private person. My name Enoch, a private person. Nobody's account details ever abontain because there is nothing untoward about our account. And I say, or we are not under investigation. The mere fact that we be under investigation doesn't make the person culpable.
But asking the accounts to be frozen, is the OSP required to mention the amount?
The OSP is not
to the judge and now say, account no here
account, the operations of the account and on per se there should be withdrawal or there should
on your oblige is also
operating account there be operating account
the money
who trace the sources of the inflows into the account but essential officer is mischievous now your politics this is our everyday life here papa despite na account it wait we to get our videos so as see abra ma okwan untimi of I me kwa meti hey
so is it enough? So the
fact that you are under investigation doesn't mean that you are culpable. Mami no, obi na born chrono. And all the assemna called Daniel police for. But because he's a public officer, make sure say me make him mention say, ye papa Magdan. I will be enemy say Dr. Macaulay. Operate private jet terminal Kotoka International Airport to be enemy say papa no sika won hu ye. Na ye ko hu
and the normal cost of business.
Normal cost of na ye ko hu $5 million e won ne dem a.
Enyanwa.
Yeah, papa, despite. Or say, Kwame, Abraham Wabo, we are seeing
the pie is not despite. He's not Macaulay. Please, please.
Yeah. Don't go there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't think you know so much. No, don't think you know so much. Oh yeah. Oh, come on, so allow me to flow. Allow me to flow. You see, you're a despite. Are you a private person or any businesses? Na de yeni
ya menta mo bobo ni din ma entwena dwunu nkoto adofo bi so
o dabi
o ka bi nhemu
assumption ye
special ice account
dabi any company account me pay individual me pay individual
ADAKABRI account
dabi me pay individual me pay prominent people in Ghana
acha me nya prominent me me mpo adwa
okay me pay the magnet omo ejano omo jano no odin Yefa papa Dr. Siam Japan. June Lion.
I come see there.
I'm Japan. Now you call them they who be $10 million in their mind. A private person. You who say your mommy is Adapa. Before about public service, about public life, not a private person. And going back to free private life, public life also no, still a private person. Like you private people. And don't say assembly aba na investigations koswa. Investigations ya dem require the first investigation because yet to be crucifying say the mere fact that say yako hu ebia $800,000 and I hu say the special prosecutor say hu $570,000 and now say 2.7 million Ghana cedis e oni fie ntino say be say we abokro no esusu ampa say ministry a oda no of ya tise sika bia yira o ministry ho no mo ana ana e dey na cost ho no mo a ye free say ba me no otimi handle such an amount of money. That's why investigations are ongoing. Of IBO, my man, she's not alone. Oh, kuno.
But is the OSP going to have it that easy to justify, say Sika say what ne tainted property ana?
Of your lifestyle audit. OSP no lifestyle audit no. So we prove the sources of the Sika one Japade bia ne nema or because we a person of interest now. Insofar as OSP no investigating no, a person of interest. And the person of interest no, and untina OSP no, the obenya and say baby baby and I'm person to be no two omra kwan so say the be ya emra ye dey share OSP no ama no tumi so fanya hwehwemu no ebetimi agove na bon ho ban mo ye adwuma wo ye ma me no establishing itself to investigations or no I think the jumadi eto ho no because yenim Ghana ha say yewra yɛkɔ Brazil ba yɛ amanfo kɔ nom kube nsuo ni ade e kai ba ni ade nyina no obi de dwuma de to hɔ no and then how many people in our republic
no obi here money be
how many people in our republic how many people in our republic
the reason why we are not we are
not
progress in our developmental agenda and
healthy discussion there be here o man yes sir who you this name you so you this name
doesn't matter
who you this communicate you say two against one
no problem yes I have no issues
but the way here it is not fair
but we must be fair
you can't tell me what to say
you are defending indefensible.
What is indefensible?
What you
crucify the incrucifiable? What you crucify the incrucifiable?
Please.
What makes you to be defend the indefensible? I said I can. What sort of person are you?
So you
can't be doing it.
Stop. Okay, as it is now.
Stop what you are doing.
As it is now, has the OSP charged Abnapa of any criminal offense?
Only investigations. Only evidence about that charge.
And the Kasabibi.
Afa, you charge it. Say what who say? Sikana Okano, it depends me on the source of the money. Whether say any dia na any dia, whether say any dia, maybe on your free and I say, you to be any idea. You better say you be sika, and I better say you sika, and I better say why sika. Investigations are ongoing. The first step are always be taking say, obey freeze account now or your investigation now. Because when freeze account now, if you scam card account in ma transfer everything if your account in Mako, Abra
freeze account, sir. You are permitted to ask for permissions. There will be going to be a control and edit.
And only regulated. So here urgently, you can apply and under regulation because you investigated the source of those monies. No? Until so maybe investigations, no, that those accounts, no, are subject to investigations. And don't see. Mother said, they say we should all have time. Yenya bre. Na yen twema OSP dwumadi odi no. Ondi wie. We be also one investigation to support the OSP ne ye no. Say ya wa he na so investigation or enough evidence so be boana me na wie am ye hu the source of the funds na. The whistleblower act na man ho kwan. Eduni tamakodi o ka kire we say affidavit nya no kure. Menu kan say bia na on for bank bi o mati am information bi ni ade ni we say ya. OSP ne to ne sanfre no. E bia de nipa no you can say nipa man information be twa boa am ya unravel the mystery behind this money. Ofa ade Ghana for pa ne say maame no wa boy kro no ana maame no boy kro no maame no sika na wo no ana sika no enwo no maame no onya sika no wo he ana say the business ye pese ye that is what Ghanaians are asking for. Ofa
avema ya mra mo be
sa sika yi na ene ye koku ye hu ya ba fa charge into obi aso yi ye mo obi a charge na so no ya ne na adwini mu no wakusa maame ye wie ede ebiem ene ye hwe fi OS
citizen no and as a citizen no ye suppressing the sika as ye the boy ho bra enkoyie bibia ka. It is the same citizenry who are defending the rot in society. And no kumekra. And rechi Manshia Government Hospital, ebeto odwa nurse etwa video. Or nkrofo makwa wo mu gusfom. Be crowd, they didn't have the student mattress into market and therefore. These are the realities we are talking about. People are dying needless deaths. Nasi yako hu sika pudio say ewo obi ne dem. Ofa, as we speak no. Special prosecutor say ye freeze account no. Until so member no order say freeze meboa. Until within this period young face Kennedy ametu dwan. We freeze says offer. But me akon.
We freeze and now all kwaji confirmation to I may say a longer period.
But you realize say see no. Okay, say obetumi agi permission ko use Kennedy.
As you freezing in the longer period now, BB here so to do anything.
I smell a rat in the fact said they did not mention the special prosecutor didn't mention the figures in the account.
Is it account once an account next subject matter no and now what is therein and subject matter?
No, what is in the account is more important than just me.
But immediately you deal with the account. Now who freeze the account now? Obviously you can't take what is therein.
Oh, what for your home? Yenim ya ho pa
adote betimi yama
won obi ona ade they ya freeze cry yakwa yi nti for all we know no before say be realize na esika e ba be boarding later account no e ye kitikiti bi meanwhile na bia na puduo no yesese ye ko bo account we na abanagu ana say party nagu nti ye smart ne ko yi film And the issue of backdating and changing documents, yeah, difficult. A computer, and this is where.
And your view is in
Yes, and this is where I smell a rat. In the sense, this is where I smell.
Be a bank account, The bank undertook, say, or a year, we can say a duty
to protect
details of what is in there, and it is only a court of law. Any bit me, I can say, a bank compel a file bank details on. But do we know whether they will be told what is in the account? And now say it is about the account.
The amount in the account is known to certain individuals in the public domain.
But is it the subject matter? Is the OSP interested in the account or what is in the account?
What is in the account, not mentioning account.
Interest in that.
Because what is now if you mention account, it is the substantive ingredients in the account, and no any obedient so can say nipa baako
na ya wado ko bedi bem
OSP.
Aye.
So when did be managers asem no chesa adwega in the sense say
don't prejudge.
That's what be some asem OSP so dibem. But I don't trust the processes. That is my problem. In the sense say this is a nipai.
What is when nibim peno? I just said the whole can say none is sad.
Na say one is can number 2 and I say when nibim I dey be gina so can say scan 2 cities I say 3 cities. So I smell a rat, I will say it again. Misro mu jam fita. I do mu osum in the sense say the air course wo man no e sisi that pa na yanya wo. There are other people. Other people. And that is where I will urge the caretakers in the various homes now. Ehihye yura mu a ye de makotra wo papa ba wiase on trust ada dem beda. But who as a caretaker ya de wakotra ho. We can no mo ba ho beji wo money wo girlfriend. Break into those houses and let's find out what is there. Because you cannot live in a country.
Obedient a girlfriend come be how?
Oh, what I have me.
Na onye bibia anka say on the warfare secret buy. Na the girlfriend.
Ofa na me ni dan na o de makɔhye is the gondan bia kenchirenche wo de boys quarters ama me cemetery. Me dan de ya tutum. Weekends no mo aba be shem. Omo agi omo ani ne sa ombe no konyak mu nyina. Na omo san bia de na wo sa dan. There are a lot of corporates in the system, but and we must deal with that issue decisively to ensure say as some way a foolish case said ye young be more atwam kon over a for saying and interestingly we have a media section that backs this barbarism. And they are projecting a certain agenda to the point say Obia was so astute media person. I can't say he went for blessings from the home of the affected people. Can you imagine? And rather insinuated, asking the public, I say, why could we think say Obia when you're over 70 something years? Well, it's say onya they are responsible. Really? Into a fact. The OSP must do us a favor by doing away with any pressure that will come from, above or unseen hands and ensure that Ghanaians would recover the necessary amount that is due them regards this particular. Because business being who are betting me a convincement say my year or what says can a goofy out the period the year we are so if let us be serious and then the media as a fourth estate of the realm any obi on betting me a boy na. Ya tell us out of way. Said the bear,
Office of the Special Prosecutor. 4 minutes ago, I said the Office of the Special Prosecutor has not disclosed or revealed any information or details in respect of the bank accounts of Cecilia Brandapa, which are under a frozen order issued by the Special Prosecutor. The OSP urges the public to disregard media accounts on purported bank balances reported to have been disclosed by the OSP. What have I did say?
Now, the
China phone. Okay, to say, Mommy, share what the special. I just say, this is what the special prosecutor has come out with. In fact, we are sure. And Marjorie, Mark, It is special prosecutor no. We issue, and then yes, 6 minutes ago, the special prosecutor has issued a public notice, and the public notice goes: Office of the Special Prosecutor (OSP) has not disclosed or revealed any information or details in respect of the bank accounts of Cecilia Abnadapa, which are under a freezing order issued by the special prosecutor. The OSP urges the public to disregard media accounts on purported bank balances reported to have been disclosed by the OSP. Internet is a new page because I make us $80,000 and 185,000 cedis. Imagine okay, kind normal. I use why I know. It is a mafia camera. Okay. Where's Minister on carry?
I can be medium. I can say what he has done a disservice to the society.
So what are they? I can.
Yes, for not disclosing the amount.
Say, you say a seminar. It's about. Mamina in some court concern Nesika ye ewon fie. And I feel so from near Okayeno. Nesika Gufi, you $1 million, 300,000 Ghana cedis, and some 10,000 euros, and some other fiscal assets. They said jewelry and all those things. These are the things how they call. And the reason why I feel say OSP should come in, also bring money say the Sasikana or Kase no, it marks a lot of what things about the woman. How do you make that money? From where? Because per records. Venison, a Canadian General's report, no salary they pay to a minister, our MP, is not exceeding 25,000 Ghana cedis. In the end, say only 25,000 Ghana cedis for the 7 years. It should be getting 2.1 million Ghana cedis. And I feel so. If you're a minister, you can't do any other business. And also you're MP, unless you go for explicit approval from the speaker. And also, she doesn't have all those things. So where from the money? The issue is that we want to know the source of her wealth. What be with you? So if you are going to
know what you are now, no, all ye, and then you might put it and no more the information.
So if we want to know the source of the person's wealth, no, who can account no more? Why do you cover up the account content? No, if I say you are working on the path to get some particular information because the person's wealth, no. And that's what you are investigating. Into you calling account more. Once you get into the account, you must tell us what is inside the account. That will help us to clear all doubt. And but you have gone there to see the money. But you don't want us to know.
Okay, yeah.
Offer media Messiah film. Now Mame Cecilia Dapa. I think say you delay in freezing the account. And 70C, we must find out how much probably has been withdrawn from the various accounts. Now, said you call it for. Yeah, we are
the accounts now. We need $80,000. We need 185,000 cedis.
And withdrawal was just some family to as per the time as 70C.
And the account.
Into offer. One recall more preachy say, young face account to bank no more try a haircut. No more a building chest, a war chest, a fear. This is the most painful aspect of the whole thing. Inti the entire my yes speculative and we believe and perceive say the possibility says can envy the right source no. A high in the sense such an amount if it is really coming from the right source. A big account you have documentation minimum crofobia or more front oil deals na or more commission can offer and yes kaketwa. But they have given them the friend say your more commission your document I'll be signing on my number to indicate because I saw 3 attacks a man by. Obi ho onya adwuma do but obi hu iska pudu obi abeto na account boom. The national security and any other has the right to investigate. But when the right documentations are there say oh me microphobia the oil eba o memu and o mama me 0.1% a friend say commission into your bar. Documentation is are bind the SO the man and I say so what you're trading now. So these are the things we are talking about. And the government of the day and the previous administration have all been concerned about money laundering of entities. So how come that a minister of state and now say obia or what a bemyama appointment? Let's say egua ufi. Or for the moment, so in my instinct, I believe that there's something untowardness. So what Mameno demeanor at the time he was being questioned in Parliament regards the amount he used in desulting the gutter now. Would you actually demeanor, the gestures, the fingers, the facial expression tells me that there's something amiss.
Give me a phone line, Kagra. Give me a phone line, Kagra. Ah, okay.
Papa, what are you?
Maybe a phone line.
What are
you? So I'm so with you.
Papa, the almost call for you know. Let me say investigation there. Special prosecutor said they crucify no. I'm on your four Ghana, you know. I'm saying, do be account. A banning in a womb from minority leader.
I hear from my country. I hear from
how much they have. Any Bosumi do be added. Of any MPs pay. Any MPs pay. This will give permission for speaker. I said, you know, cooking. And come out permission. Emmanuel, sorry. Adote, and it is the actual money now, so account. The subject to a money account. Do we have any issue with this so far?
Yes, I don't
understand. You know, your money, Mahama. Or in the prime minister discussing with your delegate.
Ah, okay.
No, just saying.
Emmanuel. My delegate to be TNT.
But on this game, my delegate.
It's a lie. It's a lie. You don't fool.
What you are saying doing?
Yeah. 0302 243540 0302 243540 and 0302 257902 0302 257902. Good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, hello.
Hello, me ADAKABRI.
It must be your way.
Yo, what I want to say.
I'm here, me way.
Yo, me for CDA Cynthia Mira and the Japan. It's not delegate. Me say, yeah, be party next year. Come out the answer. Yeah, Obi Oba or Besha Grass. Me ADAKABRI. The Obi Abeka crack and yet and this. You will make a 1 year kuntam. Obi Abeka Sikaira. And now, baby, or the minister. Yes, Sikaira. Yet the Chroma, yet they say Obi too. Polytank and a soldier for this 2 days. Ghana have me ADAKABRI. The grand of Anu Bibeko, Akotebiania. This or Bank Koiska. Young concert the near phone, Sikango. Obi Asemba Mukano, ya. I know Obi Abeka will raise cow. The department. NDC for their Asemba Muntumu Wasi. Now, we are saying Bible so be on your boneda. Bible says, me on your boneda, no one to a bomb or ban. And Obi Asemba Mukano, ya, sir, na NDC time. Who toilet in the new Ghana Hakra, Wabu Musu. And now one Mubaya, Mute, 1 man, 1 house, you know. A Japadia woman.
Okay. Right. 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, offer.
As I've mommy meet you.
Offer, I made me thank you more. I'm a doctor, Mamma. Let me wish you for queen of and tell my main for our when you said that it's been said in you. Offer, your mamma. Why MP? When minister, the second minister, no one signed. No, so will be a Juma de Mano. It is scary. The first is Sanka owing Nadia. Lancer, yes, a women in me. Obit many is scary. The baby, they didn't know ya when this is coming. A woman of many languages. Because that's the case and say, or banker. I can tell you home to make of us. No, so a bank is getting out what. Conform here, the maybe the minister with that. Of course, I'm carrying the amount. Then cut is coming to change my man again. It's a daily and didn't see. The moment you know the photo in any 9 yards. If you are confused, the big jam of no man can come and do my.
Yo, yeah, they was say 0302 243540. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
And you patch up first. At the same.
Hello. Mamudu.
Patch me to your penny.
Yeah, Mamudu, me catch it here. But you some of the more particular live from Cantamanto. Money, I mean, in town, let Papa, oh, yeah. Look, I saw the Chamber of Wachaja, former management on 2024 delegates. Montumam Wachaja, on one echo. Mamudu, what will make an affair? I have gone for Empen Full Subai. Okay, good at top blocker, or the car called washing this. I am Romano. It's a ticket, yeah, and a book animal, and a door cannon, of our Chimamua. Ana ọnọdụ ya adịẹ paa wa nga ntụ obi okotire na ọbẹtire na njusu ẹtino okotire okotire papa ọdị ka yiri ọzọ dabi ndị saa na ebe nke nukuru na anyị nukuru na ọya nwaanyị ebe saa na dabetu gadi ẹ ṣe efiche m onye minista dị a point papa ẹ ṣe efiche m na sikano
0302257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Patch your first penny.
If I'm a peer, Bruby.
Hey, when my prayer will be.
Oh, no, Penny, I want to say.
Oh, what the other room I yet yes, I mean, you way.
Ghana for Ura Obeda Sama, what can I say, maybe, and it's for Sika. They are packing or move to more shave bray, for every. We are very bagging, you know. And this is for car. Mamma, yes, somewhere. I buy.
And also call to Sam, a process when you are Rano.
Sir. Yes, sir, we are over to Boise. And the MB follow. Yes, sir, Nipper Bureau will be a Batamano. But you have a president. Now, they don't know Batamano. One in Nipa, or a president. They have any say. One more campaign may be Luno. Cassetti and Munya and one more. Sir, Ura, come back again, Japan. Ena ukatetianwa owini abeti akwa chako purpose imuri na nipa dodo onu die dodo batwama no die uraba umia yesamo uraba umia special delegates nutra obedi kolim ena dodo nyina so obedi di kolim ena 7th December osabe president bye 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hey, and it's Misaka ADAKABRI Mahmoud. Oshuma. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Penny and Patrick Frosty.
Your friend, Prince, Mekasefi La Paz.
You, Prince, mean to you.
Who say ADAKABRI? Every before me, I'm saying, can't create. I'm on Peladio. Who say, I thought we buy American and NDC for and Kujatu. How the Mumbo Okuya to the 20,000. Compare it, says Kaya Ira. I am can crack, I say, more compare it, and you're fine. Mamma, I paid the Krakutia, 50 gamma delegate. Oh, Kajan said, to me, when you carry away. We'll be with the president for almost 8 years. No, who have a bisan. And I can bring a
couple 0302 257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And you patch me into way.
Mamudu. Mamudu, Bolos in the Casafia Bokovi.
Into way.
Mamudu, one say, Adebaqua, Midi, Mamino Yawn said, because Mamino, or you be a or several minor. So, Nankasicano Pukra, no says, Sicano called it to or the Koto Bangia, come I mean, Conshad and Honshad near some sow. Bakwese sikani ni bangi no nanka abua o man no nnama ne ho aba o science nanka mami de senka no hu ni asem wa hu mo mi adakabri mpesa mi fa ade bi suntu wani misra wa ya mantam Canada Japan na fa ne bra studio na yeso yene nsembia no why ko ya fena sempa na ba ku bi mo misra man ka temi adakabri ECG4 wow Mr. Komunfa short code been too na omo I know illegal connection. Because me say minimum be illegal, probably 4 years in ADAKABRI won't you build that. Oh, come for number into why Nanka ya fret near Chrom say, Omombra near Momo direction. Oh, no, me, because I'm for illegal, pa, me,
0302243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI to say.
Yamian me who you now swear.
Yamiku super who by my telephone every.
Now we didn't mean some white. We didn't mean some white be a count.
The battle. Rena, Minya Quanka, may reshuffle.
Sir, I come home and I.
Oh, so what's the thing now, man? You know, Namino was something to call me Yanka reshuffle.
Into your way.
You, Mammy Chen and Coupon, Nagopo Chemichiano. ADAKABRI say your main will be for phone. A fair radio suit TV so a defendi. Ye papa, a good friend of Mamma Wissy. We are Maumian somebody present here. Namis Nipano, ye the canon, so many years. And then yet also every war near mature. I am on your same. Ninty a mekan salon. Mammy, I found a brand of fame. Guma me them in the bank. Na ye papa ku fedo so we ni sika we go manu twoko IMF. Enti ma mi we obo ne bosia enye Bank of Ghana. Ye papa ku fedo be Ghana for mu year bank akara ka pa ko sinzo mu ka ho 9 billion ti what you want to me bank ni to we go bank ni na Bank of Ghana. Say ye ko bi na mukoto yo mo na mukoto no mo dika 60 billion be wechi. Nese, ibo paku fari shai na piska for Ghana ha. Nese to mean kashi che Ghana for abeto wasu na yin pamu. Ko fevia ko no sa different dia won. Aye na ye mi ya.
Right. Finally. Adude. Final comment.
Nti from near kan nyina no ni aye kan ni say OSP no ombo na juma ni ye na nhwemu no so it should be transparent with some of the things me account no the details no so say on account na fe so like on push na nya resource because ofa sika no Ghana for sika that one the Ghana for sika because sika go fi ye bia say you didn't even know it took your husband to come back and say sika go one no ye be free mo it is sika do so.
But the point is, if you cannot obey minister, no, that want to. If you're coming and sacred to me, if you get too heavy.
Oh, and so maybe it's a way how to store some of this money. It's not make us.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
I comment.
It's not make us a zika.
I blame people. Minimum abua crash ho. Kai Robert ubela samwa.
I want also to hear.
Also now 150,000 those days in the 90s. A year. Now one. Yes, so my when some year dimbebreba. Emubu. In fact, in the public domain, you can come meaning some dini say pass obebi mu dia obwa. Yeah, in fact, Facebook nkrofo say etimodin say obeyi ni one person di amount. Enti na nasem na ba no obi ayi na ma no. You understand? Enti omo so e was our bankers ni me dey should omo sua de free. Na mo release can be my na ya so at least kakra nkoya no because ye bre. We part of first caller no. First call un contradiction o ye. O say o can say but say ahokire o sade be de. Ne ho akire no. O carry no o say ye ahoye afo o sade be. You understand? Obi a wo bre. Na obi discuss ko gufie. Now you the grassroots mo hwe se see akropo mo another scheme abase mo ntuatua 2 cities emfa mo party no na kwabra ne discuss pudu ko gufie sei na ye ka mo gina radio so na mo defend mo kala Jonas ne your friends o fa ke ne abrewa ne efomo o mo share na so mo ye din se see o mo text messages no adane o mo hu ba bi o mo testing fa ade because time na ye ma o mo hwe no o mba obi a choose ne candidate se see ade o mo text no aye different kra mo kala wanya bi a bremi bi o fa ke me ba bishop ko o fa ensem ha because the o mo ye o man no se yanka party na nkasa ye say no They say I say governance, me that's it.
Over. So we intro, we interview be Honorable Richard Champon. Fani se mo kekan no ensem ra se bedwani kra. Ensem ra se bedwani se mo fra na ya de obi akobọ kro no. Ono mra se bedwani a wo hye mra magana no. Na minim se bia east mra se bedwani. Ne manfo no muntu na de so. Wa muntu na de so wa ne sem no nyensem a se bi panyin e kan kasafidie so sei.
Okay.
Also so nsem fon so e so muntu na de so.
Right.
Now a special prosecutor sa papa no ono so on kwhwe na account mu no meka de wo mu kyerɛ ne yehu. Because some of the kasafidie so kasa no onya kro no bebo.
Okay. You Pastor Emmanuel Fuakwa of the MPP, now Ambassador Maya Sanitano of the Independent, and Emmanuel Aduti of the NDC. Who's in it? 100.9 FM. Frame ADAKABRI Mamudu Usiuma. Yes, Abre, yes, sorry, no. I will like Michael and the Kofi or the Ebeco Jojo. Who's in it? 100.9 FM.